Hello, friends. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Triune, or Tri for short. Preferred pronouns, they, them, but any and all are acceptable. Hey, we are back at it once again with more Life is Strange reunion. When last we left off... Okay, buckle up. Quite a recap. Max Caulfield, teacher now at Caledon University, goes away on a trip to become an artist and get her artwork displayed in a gallery. Is coming back from that trip, finds out that everything is on fire. Goes back in time through a photograph to try and fix it. And finds that her long-lost best friend / love interest, Chloe, is there. And together the two are trying to solve what caused the fire at Caledon and stop it from happening. And save everybody's lives. Also, Safi, who is friend / antagonist / driving force behind the plot in the last game, is back. And possibly has some nefarious plans herself. We don't know. We have been trying to solve that mystery, all the while balancing the breakup between Chloe and Max sometime before the events of Double Exposure. Yo, what's up, Happy? Yeah, and that's where we pick up today. What's up, JR? How's it going, everybody? Welcome on in. Yeah, so that's the recap. Stuff has happened, and also time is a weird soup. Let me get y'all some shout-outs in the chat there. Also, we have ads incoming in like 3.5 minutes. If you don't want to watch ads, there's a few ways you can do that. Number one being by subscribing. It's like $6 a month, and you get 20 free emotes that you get to use all across Twitch. We are in the month of RPG April because our PG, our brand new show, where we are going to be streaming through the mainline numbered Final Fantasy games, where you can be a part of the party. So all of the emotes for this month are Final Fantasy themed. All brand new, created for this month to celebrate the new show we're doing. But if maybe you're already subscribed and you want to help a homie not watch ads, you can also gift subs. It's a great way to pay it forward and help a homie. Maybe you were gifted a sub in the last big sub bomb we had on the channel and you want to pay it forward? Well, there you go. That's how you do so. On top of that, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription to a Twitch channel of your choice every month with Twitch Prime. Why not consider this channel? I think it's pretty good, but I'm pretty biased. On top of that, if you have Twitch Turbo, you get to watch ad-free across all of Twitch. It's not expensive. It's like $13 a month. And you can watch ad-free across all of Twitch. And Twitch then pays the streamer the same amount as if you were watching during the ad break. So it pays. It pays the people, and you don't have to watch the ads. That's pretty great. On top of that, I understand it. The economy's in a weird spot right now. Maybe you can't afford to sub, but you still want to toss a coin to your streamer. You can do so in the form of bits. It's a great way of saying, hey, I like what you do. Keep doing it without breaking the bank. We are now through the promo. We are through the recap. We are through all those things, and we are through the theme song. Don't you love perfect timing? Let's get this back up, and I will get caught up on chat. There we go. That is loud in my headphones. There we go. Every time, because the power button is right next to the volume knob on these headphones, every time I turn them on, I bump the volume knob. It happens every time. And because I lower the volume on there so that on the game, so that I can play the theme song without it conflicting, I have no idea how loud it's going to be in my headphones until I suddenly turn the volume up in the game and I'm like, oh, God. All right. But let's see here. We got the shout-outs. We have the community welcoming the community. We got Happy Boy and his dad. The guru to me. Because I am older than JR, and so I feel like it would be weird if I called him Dad. I feel like it'd be a little bit awkward. I don't know, maybe that's me. It'd be some weird time nonsense, like what Max gets up to. That's what it would be. Now that we are through those shout-outs, so am I. I don't know... You might be. You and JR are pretty close to the same age, I think. I could be wrong. But we're family, it just works. Yeah, you just don't think about it. Not everything has to be explained. Not every question has to have an answer. Right? Don't answer that. Tiny bit older. Okay. He's old enough to party. That's what matters. Am I right, gamers? There we go. All right. Well, we are through the ads. We're all old. That is what's important. My back loves to remind me. I keep a bottle of Tylenol on my kitchen counter because I got to take that like every day. Just to exist. Anywho, let's jump back in, shall we?
This is it. If the fire starts from here, I
now,
have to stop it now.
The streams may be
there are elements
today and Thursday may be a little bit shorter than normal.
Credible threat. Online posts
it happens.
Count. If something happens, we'll respond to it then.
When it's too late, I know your response times.
Like I said, because I was avoiding
You're
spoilers.
telling us to fend for ourselves.
Don't get me started on my back problems too. I believe you.
What Caledon always wanted?
I don't know what backs have against the human body, but they all like have a vendetta.
Good luck.
What was I talking about? Oh, right, the chapters.
Noelle and I
have
had our differences.
We got a message from potential spam
for stopping this fire.
We have a message from the Brotherhood. Okay, sup, not Joey. Crullers Forever is the bartender. We're beginning to marshal at the launch point. Signs, torches, bullhorns, other supplies are on hand, but feel free to bring your own. Bring your own torch and pitchfork? Hell yeah. But yeah, I didn't really monitor how many chapters were in the game because I was trying to avoid spoilers. And then the other night before Saturday's stream, I looked up how many just because I was like, I don't know how many chapters are in the game, and I don't want to end up beating it way too early and have a gap where we don't have a game to play while waiting for the next thing. Yeah, after the second stream, we were already like halfway through the game. So we're going to space it out a little bit. Take our time. We're going to savor the flavor. Wow. Bash just opens on calling us names. Okay. Huh. Cool. Let's see what we got in the good old journal. Excuse me. So, I remember when I first started journaling after my dad died, my therapist told me I should think of it like writing a first draft of history, which was about when I decided to stop paying attention to my therapist. It explains a lot, Chloe. Who gives a shit about writing history for the future? A time when, by definition, me and everyone I've ever known will be long dead. Unfortunately, if Max and I don't stop the fire, we may both be history, and generations may actually be studying this journal, if only to learn how we managed to fuck it all up so badly. Well, historians of the future, I have a message for you. Max and I kissed, and it was awesome. We did that. Yeah, sure, we could all be burnt toast in a few hours. Not to mention, yo, what's up, Jaquette? How's it going? Welcome on in, buddy. Welcome. Let me get you some shout outs here. Whoop. There we go. We got that one. And then we got that one. There we go. Yeah, welcome on in, friendo. Welcome. I saw you were playing some Dead Cells earlier. I'm terrible at games like Dead Cells. How far are we in the game? We're about 2/3-ish. There's like 32 chapters and we're like 22 chapters in. We had the kiss scene with Chloe. So, win. But yeah, as you see in the journal there, Max and I we're playing as Chloe right now. So Max and I kissed, and it was awesome. Yeah, sure, we could all be burnt to toast in a few hours. Not to mention I am rapidly losing my grasp on reality, but in that moment, none of that mattered. So yeah, we'll get probably about 5 chapters in today, and then glad someone on the writing team remembered Chloe had a therapist before the original game. She did. Was it effective? That's another question. Because I kind of don't feel like it was. Because she still got a lot to unpack and deal with. But everybody heals in their own time. And then our final page here. I'm not sure that isn't what the future historian... Wait. Cut. Let's take that again. I'm sure that isn't what the future historians care about, but that's exactly why I don't give a shit what they think, because to me, that's what today will always be about, whatever happens next. Now it's time to head back to Kaladin's favorite hive of scum and villainy and craft beers. I have one last shot to figure out who in the protest might want to start a fire and burn down the school. If Max and I get it right, maybe we can stop the future history before it starts. Cool. So we have to make an accusation. J'accuse!
Nothing like an angry arts and crafts project.
All while drinking, too. That's almost impressive. Almost. Oh, I was also going to see... We do have a collectible. Hiding in plain sight. Very true, JR. To be fair, it is hard for therapy to work when you live with David, the step douche.
Amanda is definitely focused on more important things than
the
mopping
details.
up right now.
The details are what count. I do appreciate when devs have an attention to little details, because I mean it's kind of said almost in passing. I think it's said, or maybe it's in text. I don't remember fully. But when they mentioned that Chloe went to therapy, it's like kind of a,
I'm joined now by Izzy, Bash, and
it's not a main point. Max doesn't like, Chloe, have you thought about therapy? And she's like, I tried it. Didn't work.
And it's just the three of you,
They don't really make it a point.
Yeah. Sometimes
So it's
our manager comes out and plays some percussion
a side
for us
thing.
during shows. Until she left us.
That's not even,
Gosh.
paid attention
Sorry,
to.
what was that? Did you part ways with your manager?
No,
Wow.
she was with us on the first leg of our tour, but we're traveling separately for a bit. Yeah.
I was like,
I play
are
my
they
own
just
town
throwing me under the
outfit.
bus?
Okay. So you're on the road promoting your new
Right,
album.
she can say it to Max at the beginning of
Welcome
episode
to
3.
the Dynocracy.
Right.
I think it's our best yet. Fuck yes. Can I say fuck?
No.
Well, I agree. It's a
too late.
throat into queer rage and... Why are you glaring at me? A deep dive into queer rage and righteous anger. Fucking hell, Bash.
Wait,
It's fine.
so does this take place
Listen, the
in
punk scene has gotten
July?
hopelessly corporate. It feels like
Because
every
Queer
fucking
Rage is what follows
sponsored
Queer
by
Pride,
Fallout
and that
Energy
happens in
Drink
June.
or Brought to you
So
by
Queer
Junkie
Rage is
Camps.
July.
Yep. And this album is ours. It says exactly what we want to say without anybody breathing down our necks.
Great. We'll be right back after a word from this episode's sponsor, Jump Kick Amps.
Ugh, seriously, dude?
Hell of a brand.
Hey, I've got bills to pay. Back in a moment, everyone.
I love that they're just giving hell to the host. They erased the grilled cheese pole? Come on, man. That is a great sign, though. No cheese, only justice. After Chloe does the blue yeah scared of Max. Right.
Cool, man. What did grilled cheese ever do to you?
Yeah. Why they gotta hate on grilled cheese? It's delicious. Is there anything over here? Nope. Hey, aren't you the security guard with a chip on her shoulder?
I'm glad I managed to stay on Noelle's good side.
For now.
Maybe she can help stop this fire.
Doubtful.
Have you learned anything about the protests that could head off the threat?
No. I've been interviewing the leaders. Joey, the bartender, was highly belligerent. Lucas referred
That
me to
tracks.
his podcast. The rest just shouted slogans at me.
I should do the rounds, see what I can find out.
Anything new in the Lost and Found?
Maybe someone lost a can of gasoline and matches. If only we were that lucky.
If only. Cow painting?
If something has to burn today, I vote for this painting.
That's a weird painting. Oh. Secret notebook, secret notebook,
Ren is a
secret,
fellow
secret,
doodler,
secret, secret notebook.
I'm going to set a fire today, Doodle. Too much to ask for?
Huh. Doing sketches of members of the protest, huh? Okay.
Ren is a fellow doodler, huh?
Cool. Well, we know a little bit more about him. Hey, Ren, I'm gonna go through your bag, okay?
Looks like Ren's been dabbling in the uncommissioned public arts. Interesting.
Is Ren Banksy? Because you know, if I ask, you gotta tell
Wonder
me.
what made
Like
Ren
if you're
sit
a
out
cop.
from the rest of the group.
Hey, Ren.
Oh, hey. What's up?
The sky.
Why aren't you with the group? Don't you want to stick it to Caledon anymore?
Mostly wanted to hang out with my friends. It's not fun anymore.
Ren seems pretty alienated from the group. Maybe because he knows something? Or is he planning something himself?
Ooh, we got back sass. We can sass some backs.
I guess people are steering clear of this place today, with the protest looming. These protesters do make it look fun, aside from the whole burning down the school thing.
Yeah, and leaving a fucking mess everywhere.
No
Is
more
nobody
secret
working
meetings or
right
private
now?
Message boards. The protest is fully out in the open.
Amanda, why is this place left? His back talk can be hard. Okay. Duly noted. I assume, like, trying to get information from him, because we already didn't start on a great
Amanda's benefit
note.
for Lakeport was just 2 nights ago. She must be wrecked by
I figured
this.
it probably wouldn't be the easiest thing.
Have to admire what Amanda has tried to do with her bar.
Oh,
bad it all
like
led
you
to
only
this.
get one mess up? Gotcha.
What kind of
I'm gonna
bar
talk
are
to
you
all
running
the.
anyway?
I'm gonna look at all the things and talk to
Not
all
my
the
bar
people
anymore.
first.
Belongs to the Angry Throng. Bring together Lakeport and Caledon, she said. Create a space for coexistence.
Because
and
you never
learning.
know.
And see how that
Sometimes there's a map hidden in a semi truck that if you miss it, you lose out on an achievement.
Honestly, I think it turned out pretty well. This protest would have happened with or without you. At least you gave them an alternative to screaming at each other and flame posting.
It's true.
Thanks. I actually feel minutely better now. Anything I can help
I'm
with?
clearly not bitter. I am. I am very much so. The fact that we missed out an entire, like, it's a long trophy to get. You have to find all of the evidence. And I missed one
Who do you
piece.
think wants the protest to turn
One
out?
single piece. In an
I
area
hate
that
to
didn't
say
look
it.
like there was something to react to because there was already
Joey's
something else to
gonna
react
straight
to
off the deep
at
end.
that truck.
It's sad. I don't want to say he's capable of violence, but I don't know anymore.
What about Lucas? Or Ren?
I don't know. Lucas seems like all talk and no action, and Ren.
Well, I don't know.
That's my guy.
His actions that he used to
he
get
helps me
Maya
pop up
to
around
off
here,
herself,
talk music.
pretty damning.
He's a sweet kid. He just needs to keep better company.
What's your plan? Are you going to campus?
As much as I love watching dudes walk and chant slogans, I will remain here, serving up cold glasses of everyone calm the fuck down.
Hell
What
yeah,
if some
Amanda.
violence breaks out?
Then she
Hopefully
won't
the
be on
police will be
campus.
top of it. Although, I very much doubt it. They like to leave Caledon to its own fate. So, I guess if the shit really goes sideways, I'll lock the doors and try to stop the idiots from burning my bar down.
I hadn't really thought about that. We don't see the snapping turtle when Max was
So
dealing with the fire.
Max has this, I don't know, feeling about what will happen today.
Oh?
She says there will be this fire on campus. I know it sounds kind of hard to believe.
I
but
believe it.
You do?
I'm not super into the new wave
Twist her
stuff,
arm.
but whether it's a third eye or a sixth sense or whatever else you want to say, Max has it. I take anything that girl has to say seriously.
What other eyes were you staring
That is
in?
when I'm lucky enough to see her ass these days.
You've seen her ass, eh?
Thanks for the tip.
Go
You
on.
got it.
What else
Stay
of
safe
Max
today.
have you seen?
You too, Chloe.
I love you. I said, olive juice.
No more secret meetings or private message boards. The protest is fully out in the open.
Oh, good, Lucas. Anything in here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so we still have the sketch we have to get. Oh, and we got more texts from Drugstore Makeup. Well, at least Izzy misses us.
Hey, Professor.
Here to snark at the tides of change?
Yes.
You know, I've snarked at so many things before, but that would be a first.
I hope you and Max pay attention today. You might just learn something.
Uh-huh.
There's concern about violence breaking out. Maybe someone trying to set a fire.
Ah, yes. The powers that be. Raising some vague specter of violence to stifle dissent. It's the oldest trick in the book.
You ever disagree with someone so hard, you end up coming all the way back around to agreeing with them?
It's called horseshoe theory. I encourage you to go read about it in one of the many books that are not here.
Anybody ever punch you in the face, Lucas? Just asking for a friend.
Hey, when you were at Caledon, did you hear anything about someone dying at an Abraxas party?
No. Now will you please leave?
Fine.
Come on. I know you want to get rid of me now, but you're gonna miss our banter when it's over.
Not likely.
Bye, Professor.
So long.
I can talk to more people, or check back with Noel when I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm just bothering
Bye, Professor.
him now to bother him.
So long. Yes.
Bye, Professor.
I can do this all day,
long.
Lucas. You want to keep being a piece of shit?
Yes.
Bye, Professor.
So long.
All right. Let's go see what's...
This is for Lakeport. So glad all you guys turned out. We're gonna make a huge difference here, all right? Let's get ready to go.
Yeah, all right.
You ready to rock and roll?
Most of us. Some got cold feet at the last minute.
Who?
What do you mean?
That guy Ren. He's been shaky from the start. Now he's just sitting in there by himself.
Huh.
That's what happens before a battle, though. People show you who they really are.
Brother, this is not a
You're one of the
battle.
good ones.
I'd like to give you a good one between the ass cheeks. With my boot.
Turn him into a sock puppet.
I can talk to more people, or check back with Noel when I'm ready.
Oh.
Joey still trusts me. Enough to tell me about Ren.
Okay, well, I guess we can't go outside. Alright. Let's see here. Protesters are all milling around the deck with Joey. Noel is here, but the Lakeport PD are being raging dickholes. Good band name. They won't lift a finger unless we have a credible threat. Not surprised, I saw on social media that some of the members were supporting the protest. No obvious threats that I can see. I'm going to talk some more to my main leads. Be careful, keep us posted. Thanks, Mom and Dad! Will do. Okay, so there's something to draw here. Huh. It's not the cow painting. It's not the couch. It's not the lost and found. I feel like it would be the notebook.
There might be more to glean around here.
I'm working on it, Chloe.
Ren is a fellow doodler.
Let's see. The clue was hiding in plain sight. Oh. Maybe we have to do the back talk first? Oh! There it is. I bet you it's that.
Hide a gnome? In the rafters?
There it is. It's Ganata Ganelf.
Keeping on you.
It's Ganata Ganoblin. Jolly old me old chums, you've been gnomed! Oh, God. Note to self. Never go full gnome. Hey, you guys remember that time I almost died on camera? In-game? In Minecraft? It's crazy, right? Oh, my eyes are watering now. All right, time for backsass.
One of the protesters is planning to unleash some fiery ultraviolence on Caledon. Is it you?
What? No. I told you, I'm done with all that.
Ren, trust me. I can pin anything that happens on you and make your life hell.
Have you started fires before?
What do you mean?
The Notebook.
I saw your notebook. Pretty fucked up shit.
Wow. Okay.
You mean my doodles? What do they have to do with anything?
I don't know. But maybe a detective will.
Look, I get why you'd suspect me. Quiet loner, must be up to something. But I pulled away from those guys because I don't want to part in any violence. Some of these other people, though, seems like it's personal for them. And really dark.
Lucas?
The way he talks about everyone there?
I wonder. Want me to find out?
I get why you'd suspect me.
Shit!
Quiet loner, must be up to something. But I pulled away from those guys because I don't want to part in any violence. Some of these other people, though, seems like it's personal for them. And really dark.
Lucas?
The way he talks about everyone there? It's like
they set a checkpoint as soon as you
That's what got me to back
get
off.
through the backsass.
I don't want any part of that shit.
Okay.
Where is Max? I need someone to rewind time.
I think I'm ready to talk to Noel again. I can talk to more people, or check back with Noel when I'm ready.
One way to find out. In theory, it will let us restart.
This is it. If the fire starts from here, I have to stop it now.
So
I'm telling you,
that does suck. We have to start the entire chapter, but
we need a credible
it'll be
threat.
easy.
Online posts don't count. If something happens, we'll respond to it then.
When it's too late, I know your response times.
So I'm gonna
You're
assume
basically telling us to fend for ourselves.
Hey, isn't that what Caledon always wanted? Your students can put all of their defund the police theories into practice. Good luck.
I assume we threatened to tell security.
Noel and I have had our differences.
That would be my
She's
assumption.
probably my best bet for stopping this fire.
Let's get our
someone
gnome.
hide a gnome in the
There.
raft?
Cool. All right, we've already seen all these texts.
creeping.
And the journal pages. Let's go talk to Amanda.
What kind of bar are you running here anyway?
It's hardly my bar anymore. Belongs to the Angry Throng. Bring together Lakeport and
Angry
Callahan,
Throng.
she said.
Also a
Create
good
space
band
for
name.
Existence and learning. Ugh. You can see how that turned out.
Honestly, I think it turned out pretty well. This protest would have happened with or without you. At least you gave them an alternative to scream.
I like how the music is not Rage Against the Machine.
I actually feel
It's
might make it better.
Temu Rage Against the Machine.
Anything I can help with?
Any suspects?
Who do you think wants the protest to turn violent?
I hate to say it, but Joey has gone straight off the deep end. It's sad. I don't want to say he's capable of violence, but I don't know anymore.
Could be capable of a lot of
What
things.
about Lucas? Or Ren?
I don't know. Lucas seems like all talk and no action, and Ren's my guy.
Okay. So we
Helps me
do
mop up
threaten to
around
tell
here,
Amanda.
talk music. He's a sweet kid. He just needs to keep better company.
I think we threaten to tell Amanda.
So, Max has this
Because he's not going to give a shit what the security guard thinks
feel
about him.
about what will happen today.
Oh?
But it's
She says there will
it's
be
the
this
equivalent of like,
fire.
you know, I'll tell the principal. Be like, fuck the principal. I'll tell your
I know
mom.
it sounds
Whoa.
kind of hard to believe,
Hey.
I
but
believe it.
you do?
No need to bring my mom into this.
I'm not super
Okay.
into the new wavy stuff, but whether it's a third eye or a sixth sense or whatever else you want to say, Max has it. I take anything that girl has to say seriously. That is when I'm lucky enough to see her ass these days. Thanks for the tip.
You got it. What's your plan? Are you going to campus?
As much as I love watching dudes walk and chant slogans, I will remain here, serving up cold glasses of everyone calm the fuck down.
What if some violence breaks out?
Hopefully the police will be on top of it. Although, I very much doubt it. They like to leave Caladon to its own fate. So, I guess if the shit really goes sideways, I'll lock the doors and try to stop the idiots from burning my bar down.
Stay safe today.
You too, Chloe.
All right. Let's go backsass this man.
Hey, Ren.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Why aren't you with the group? Don't you want to stick it to Caladon anymore?
Mostly wanted to hang out with my friends. It's not fun anymore.
Ren seems pretty alienated from the group. Maybe because he knows something? Or is he planning something himself?
All right. So we threatened to tell Amanda.
All right, here's the deal. One of the protesters is planning to unleash some fiery ultraviolence on Caladon. Is it you?
What? No. I told you I'm done with all that.
Ren, trust me. I can pin anything that happens on you and make your life hell. You better talk.
What do you mean?
I'll tell Amanda.
I'll tell Amanda that you're responsible for anything that goes wrong today. I know this place is a second home to you, but trust me, she'll toss your ass out and not think twice.
Man, what is your problem?
My problem is a fire. Now start talking.
Look, if someone's gonna do what you're saying, then they must be super angry. What makes you think I care about Caladon that much?
Rejected for admission. Trying so hard not to care. Rejected for dates. What's... Yo, what's up, Elf? Chloe's not here to play tonight. I try not to be. Okay, so we don't know if he's been rejected for dates. We know that he's trying hard not to care. We don't know about his admission. I really don't want to have to reload it again if I fuck up, though. Trying hard not to care.
I spent a lot of years pissed off at the world.
You got it, Elf.
I know an angry kid when I see him. Even when he's trying so hard not to show it.
Whatever.
Exactly.
That's your big comeback, whatever?
His armor's about to break. I need to hit him with something brutal.
Okay. Circle? You got it, JR.
I know about your daddy issues, but just because some deadbeat ran out on you before you were born doesn't
When did
give
we
you an
learn
excuse
that?
to be an asshole.
Don't talk about my dad. Caledon deserves everything that's coming to it and more.
Like what?
You smug, fucking punk bitch. You're all pathetic losers. It's thanks to people like you that my dad is dead today.
Why? What happened?
What?
The Abraxas house. You're the one who wrote that graffiti. Your dad?
My dad went to a party and never came home.
Of course it was Ren!
Ducking my family ever since.
Ren, listen to me.
Holy shit.
Fuck off.
Bwah. That's why the spray paint in his bag. God, I feel like an idiot.
Or check back.
We got Sauce Queen. And we got daddy issues. Daddy issues was the right choice. Shout out to my guru. Coming in clutch. Yeah, it's the daddy issue time. It's always daddy issue time.
Have you learned anything about the protest that could head off the threat?
No. I've been interviewing the leaders. Joey, the bartender, was highly...
So now we have not only a
Lucas referred him to
suspect,
his podcast. The rest just shouted slogans.
we have a motive, and we have the opportunity.
Or check back with
Because
Noel
now
when
he
I'm
could
ready.
start a fire while the protest is happening. Thank you, JR. Thank you, thank you. He could start a fire while the protest is happening, has an easy excuse. I wasn't part of the protest. I left their group. And then they blame it on all the protesters. There's his alibi. Because of course it's Ren. I don't know how I didn't think about that earlier. I was like,
Yeah, all right.
yeah, because I looked at the age of the person in the photos and was like, is this
last minute.
Owen's brother? Is this
You talking about Ren?
Yeah.
a family
It's
member,
always been
right?
a
Because it was
secret.
from like the
Now he's
80s.
sitting in there moping. That's what happens before a battle, though. People show you who they really are. Glad you're one of the good ones.
I'd like to give you a good one between the ass cheeks with my boot. I can talk to more people, or check back with Noel when I'm ready.
Hey, Professor.
Let's just
Here to snark at the tides of
bother
change.
Lucas some more.
You know, I've snarked at so many things before, but that would be a first.
I hope you and Max pay attention.
So I believe the Sass Queen
You might just
achievement,
learn something.
I think, was for completing all
There's
of the
concern about
talkback
violence breaking
sections
Maybe
without
someone trying to
failure
set a fire.
in a single playthrough.
Ah, yes, the powers that be, raising some vague.
And then the
specter of
daddy
violence
issues
to
one
stifle
is for
dissent.
successfully backsassing Ren.
You ever disagree with someone so hard, you end up coming all the way back around to agreeing with them?
It's called horseshoe theory. I encourage you to go read about it in one of the many books.
She only
that
has
are
3
not-
back talks? Okay. But even still, man, if you miss one, that sucks.
When you were at Caledon,
Like, granted,
did you
it's
hear
easier
anything
to
about
get
someone dying
than missing
at
one
Abraxas
bit of
Park?
evidence from
No.
back at the beginning
Will you
of the
please
game.
leave?
Come on. I know you want to get rid of me now, but you're gonna miss.
Because
our
in order to
adventure
do
when
the
it's over.
evidence achievement, I'm going to have to do a whole new playthrough. Or start over from that chapter,
So long.
I think
which
I'm ready to talk to
erases
Noelle
all of
again.
your
I can
decisions
talk to more people.
up to that point,
Or check back with Noelle
and
when
get
I'm
it
ready.
then, and then continue on getting all of the evidence. Like, I am bitter. No, I openly admit it. The evidence thing, that fucking sucks, dude. And the fact that it's not considered a collectible,
I know who is planning on turning violent today.
so it doesn't pop up on the chapter thing. It's absolutely Ren.
It's Ren. He's lying about sitting out the protest. It's a vendetta about his father. He believes Caledon has been covering up his death. I actually think he's right.
He is.
Okay. I will alert the security team and keep a close eye on him. Thanks.
No problem.
Not sure if there's anything else I can do. Hopefully Max finds something.
It's a quiet Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Vin.
Shh. They're really going at it in there.
Ew!
They told me you were
Oh,
asleep in the
arguing.
grass, not
Thank
to
God.
Stop being so dramatic. You knew what kind of risk you were taking. You go and muck up the whole thing, and suddenly it's my fault?
Vincit omnia veritas. Truth conquers all, you'll see.
Now you're
Even in
boring
an
me.
argument,
I'm leaving.
he's
Go up.
pretentious.
This office will be yours soon enough.
Not sure why, but I have a feeling it's not Ren. I think the conclusion was pretty damning.
Well, that was worth the price of admission.
Oh!
Safi. I didn't realize.
Of course you didn't, dingus. That's what makes it fun.
What are you doing here?
Dropping the hard D on us like that in public?
Please.
You don't just dingus without warning. Yeah, it is Safi. Because every character is Safi in this game. If it's not Max or Chloe, it's Safi. And even if it is Max or Chloe, the other could be Safi.
Wait.
Who dat?
Yasmin?
Oh, is this part of Abraxas?
This
Yeah.
is the year that kid died in the Abraxas house.
So, Safi's mom was a member of Abraxas the year the kid got a little too
Yasmin.
little
was in
too
the house.
happy slappy on the blood wine.
She was there on the night when that kid died.
What do you know about him?
He was a Lakeport local who snuck into the party, then got way too high and killed himself.
In
It
Minecraft.
was a cover-up. I had no idea your mom was involved.
Of course she's involved.
I'm impressed. Of course, when it comes to cover-ups, you should always assume that my mom is involved. That's how I got tipped off to all this.
Yeah.
Seeing how she was talking to you,
Yeah.
how confident she was that she had Owen wrapped around her finger. I knew she was up to something. The Abraxas house, the demolition, the cover-up. She was right there behind him, letting him be the face of it all. She steered his ass straight from poster boy to fall guy.
Damn.
That fire you saw, guaranteed she was behind it too.
So is Yasmin the villain all along? Huh. You know what? I'm sorry, Safi. I'm big enough to admit it.
This must be so hard for you.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what I said to you in the last game.
You think I'd be used to it by now, wouldn't you?
You were right.
Confront her with the evidence.
I was wrong.
We can hold her accountable for the
We
cover-up
shouldn't
and
abuse our
whatever else
powers,
she's
but
planning.
at the same time, from
Not
someone who's using them to manipulate things to their own wishes,
Right now.
little hypocritical of me,
Get the
Saf.
fuck out of here. We can be in New York by sundown. From there, who knows? Yes, you can bring.
Still
Zoe
on a
too.
not so different
We can
you
link
and
up
I,
with their
huh?
band. Reconnect with Diamond, hit the mountains, head west. We can find your town.
What about
The
Moses?
one that magically reappeared from the dust of the earth.
What about Moses?
Safi.
What about Moses?
Straight there and get you some of that sweet, sweet closure you've always wanted.
Safi, what about Moses?
Safi, I don't know where you're coming from. You ignore me for months. Then you're on campus hiding from me. And now you want us to run off together?
Well, go on. You look like you want to say something, Safi. Say it with your chest. Right? What about the people who die in the fire? Namely, Moses. Listen, I'll be honest. I know it's a video game. I know where to draw the line, right? Bunch of nameless NPCs die in the fire at the school. We don't know who they are. They're just placeholder characters. Don't really care about them. But Moses is the best.
Look, there will be a fire today. People will die. I have to stay and do something.
I know shit between us has gotten weird. But it's still me. You're my best friend. And if you still care about me at all, you need to trust me. This is why I'm here. I
That
thought
we
it was
need to
because I needed
leave?
your help, but I was wrong. We need each other. You, me.
Join me, Charles.
Maybe even Moses. Who knows? Your power called us together from afar, like some kind of beacon or
Or a lighthouse?
Exactly. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I do. It's so we could start over together, be free of this fucking place, the way it was always meant to be.
No. Safi, I'm sorry. I do care about you.
You were so close, Safi. So close. Okay, so personal and character growth. Had it been before the last stream when we talked to Safi, I would have said, you're being selfish. Upon the realization of, like, actually, we're kind of doing exactly what Max got mad at Safi for in the last game, where she's like, you can't just use your powers to get your way. Except that's all we've ever done. Little bit of the pot calling the kettle black. So I'm not gonna say that, because by us rewinding time to stop the fire, it is 100% Max being selfish, because she didn't want Moses to die, and then found out that Chloe was there too, and now Super doesn't want the fire to happen, because both of them die. So, yeah, we're being selfish, but power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Your audio cut out? Is the stream audio still live? Oh, okay. Maybe... Can everybody hear me? Was it just on your end, Elf? Or was that a... Oh, okay. I was like, my stream monitor, it's still working? I hope it's... Okay, thank God.
Right now,
listen,
I have a job to do.
I encounter tech issues all the time on stream, and I'm just like,
I don't help them.
I didn't do anything different. I haven't done anything wrong. Why did it break?
I should be enough for you.
Whoa!
Please, I'll be good. I won't shapeshift. I won't lie. Just please. I don't want to be alone.
You don't have to be alone.
Sophie.
But you also don't have to run off.
Fine. Enjoy playing the hero. Just don't act surprised when you make everything worse again.
Wow. Okay. Right? Going full notice me senpai, for sure. They do kind of lean into they're more than best friends in this,
Hello.
it seems like.
Are you here for Owen?
Which is weird, because I didn't get that at all in
No.
Double Exposure.
I'm here for you, actually.
I see.
But I feel like they wanted to kind of lean into that
Indulging
direction
negative
a bit
nostalgia.
here.
Intoxicating, but deadly in high doses. Please.
Between Safi's talking about, like, didn't know if she wanted to yell at us or kiss us.
Yasmin has been hiding.
Hope Max makes things better just to prove her wrong. That's my hope. If we don't, then some people gonna die.
Talking to Yasmin is hard enough as it is.
Oh, we got a
Getting
photo
her
up.
to tell me the truth about Abraxas and Owen.
It's kind of
has my
thrown
hands
at the end of D. Oh, it was kind of thrown in at the end of Double Exposure. Yeah. A little, like, there was a little subtext there in that, like, join me.
Greatest scientists would be stumped by the physics of time travel. Abraxas, all these crazy, convoluted plans. How important is it all in the end?
You know, I could just thump Yasmin over the head with this statue and all of our problems would be solved. And then I you know, rewind time to before I did it so that she's fine.
Owen really
but then we
ripped
get
his
the moral
security
satisfaction
after Sophie and I broke
of
in.
knowing that we went full clue on her ass. Why is there a random rook on a bookshelf? Why? Why? Huh.
Yasmin is the ultimate chess master. I wonder if I'll be able to get her to open up to me.
Just sit down and be like, all right, I'll take you on in a game of chess, Yasmin. If I win,
Am I the ball that sets the others into motion?
you got to tell me everything I want to know.
Or one of the ones being crashed into?
See, because we have the power to rewind, so we could literally just make every possible move and see what happens. Max could be a grandmaster at chess.
Yasmin was a member of Abraxas when that horrible death happened. Is she behind all of this? I wonder if Owen was expecting to celebrate with Yasmin this weekend. His Caledon 2.0 plans must have felt so close.
Yasmin, anybody ever told you you're as smooth as titties and whiskey or whatever Chris Stapleton said?
So, this is a rare treat. What would you like to discuss?
The body.
I know about the body in the Abraxas house. And I know you've been trying to cover it up.
Uh-huh.
I do not understand a thing you're saying. You seem
Yasmin!
agitated and unwell. I suggest you go get help, Maxine.
Uh-huh. I think we're a little past the games, Yaz.
This conversation is over.
Like hell it is, bitch.
So I just saw Safi. She told me some disturbing things about you.
Yes. She still refuses to see me. Though we did speak on the phone.
Well, that's good. Improvements.
I want to rebuild my relationship with Safia, but she called me a monster. A monster! Her own mother!
Well, why are you being a monster? Aren't you?
Haven't you done monstrous things?
I see she has infected your thinking as well. That is terrible.
Oh, talking about the relationship with Safi thing. I guess enough people liked it, so they leaned a lot more into it. I'm fine either way, but it was kind of out of nowhere at the end of Double Exposure. See, I don't know. Maybe it has been a minute.
This conversation is over, Maxine.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It has been a minute since I played Double Exposure.
I know about the body in the Abraxas house. And I know you've been trying to cover it up. But I also know that you're not a monster.
A little bit.
I might not agree with all of your decisions, but I would like to understand.
Understand, she says? How could I make you understand something that remains a mystery to me?
Well, I could explain it.
I know it was an accident, and you were just a kid.
And somehow, even then, I was the only adult in the room. Everyone else was on drugs, barely functioning.
A tradition they continue to this day, Yasmin!
Not even a senior member. But someone had to act so that all of our lives weren't ruined forever.
Right. Safi's mom is kind of a monster, though.
I wish I were never there.
But see, you gotta say that she's not, so that she gives you the information that you want.
That has infected the
Yo! What's up, Charlie? Thank you so much. 10 stream streak. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Charlie. How are you, darling? Welcome on in. You'll be lurking. We'll enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for that streak and for that streamer. Let me, here we go. Wait. There we go. Let me send you the Digi Hugs. There we go. Sledgehammer.
I was there last night, at the Maybon party. Did you send someone with a sledgehammer to destroy the evidence?
What?
She sure did.
That's crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes.
The person had an original blueprint of the Abraxas house basement. How would someone get that?
You'd need access
to
the
evidence.
University's archives. Only a high-level administrator...
It was either you or it was Owen.
Pulling me out into deep waters just to watch me drown. I'm sorry, Maxine. I cannot help you.
Ugh. Yaz, why do you suck? God dang it.
This is a rare treat. What would you like to discuss?
I know about the body in the Abraxas house. And I know you've been trying to cover it up.
But you're not a monster, blah, 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 blah. Come on.
But I would like to understand. I know it was an accident.
Drowning in guilt.
And that's why you were willing to risk Loretta's life to cover it up? Loretta came within seconds of dying in that basement. I know because I was there too.
You almost blew us both up, Yaz.
You have been drowning in guilt since then. That you feel suffocated. but I'm worried that the threat isn't over. I need you to tell me everything you know.
That poor child's death decades ago? It was the crisis that taught me who I am. I am the one everyone turns to when there's a problem that must be solved.
And you spend all of the solving covering it up and pretending it didn't happen?
Some have
that is not healthy, Yasmin.
And others have destroyed me. Owen Teller was another kind of crisis. A dull, ambitious man with all purpose and no sense. When he let me in on his plan to destroy the Abraxas house, I knew I must act. With one move, I could ruin Owen, rebuild my reputation from the Maya disaster
that you caused,
finally put the threat
or covered
in the
up
basement away for good.
Uh-huh. Didn't you care?
You were willing to cause so much damage just to cover your tracks?
No. It was his idea. He had the whole scheme worked out. He only needed me to take his hand and tell him it would all be okay.
So you just mothered him?
I learned about Loretta. What I had nearly done. How my actions years ago lit the fuse that almost killed her.
And to think you could have been responsible for 2 bodies in the basement.
I'd become sloppy, reckless, not someone to be trusted in a crisis. I thanked God I had been given this lesson without any more suffering. But perhaps it wasn't a higher power I should have been thanking.
Swear to me!
I called Owen and told him I was out, and I am. I await the upcoming inspection to turn up the horrible evidence of my crime, and I will face up to it.
Except it won't. Right, she has no guilt for Maya at all. See? Monster. The body is gone. There's no evidence.
I have the evidence, but
because one of you pricks sent somebody with a sledgehammer.
Is surprising. I suppose I should feel relieved, but I do not.
Right now, what I care about is stopping another catastrophe.
So,
which will happen, unless you tell me the whole truth about the body.
I understand that you do not trust me. But if this crisis is truly coming, then you must go and look for it elsewhere, before it is too late.
So we know that Yaz was there. We know that the kid who died was Ren's dad.
After my reputation is destroyed, at least one of my decisions will be viewed positively. Hiring you.
But we still don't know who sent the sledgehammer yet.
I won't find more here. Time to leave.
I would assume that Owen didn't know about the body. He just wanted to wreck the Abraxas house?
She definitely wasn't the one in the basement with the sledgehammer last night.
No, because that was a dude.
Time is running out. I need to decide now. Who took the remains from the basement last night? Who will start a fire by trying to destroy them?
I mean... Fuck, we kind of don't know anything. We know it's not Reggie. It could be Vin? Do you want to know the answer? Give me like 30 seconds. Let me think it out. So, we know it wasn't Safi. Like, it could have been, but she went and disguised herself as somebody else, right? Like, she could have disguised herself as somebody else, but then immediately after we exited the basement, Safi was standing right there with no skeleton to be found. We know it wasn't Reggie, because Reggie came down to the basement while Chloe was standing there, and the dude scared Reggie off. I don't think it would be Owen, because I don't know if Owen knew about the body in the basement, necessarily. Maybe he did. But Owen doesn't strike me as the hands-on type. So, if working by process, like, Owen's a fucking tech bro pencil pusher. I don't think he has the capacity to break into the Abraxas house, knowing what it could cost him if he got caught, when it's full of teenagers having a party. Plus, if he showed up there, he'd shut the shit down on sight and do whatever he needed to do, right? So, for me, process of elimination then leads towards Vin. Now, before I pick it, JR, hey chat, is it Vin? Yes? Hell yeah, thank you. I don't think it, Elf said, I don't think it would be Safi. Why would she cover for her mom she doesn't like? Also a good point, Elf. Also a very good point. Yeah, if it was Safi, she just said she called her mom a monster and, like, hates her. Why would she cover for her? If anything, if it was Safi, she'd grab the skeleton and fucking hang it from the tree out front and be like, look what my mom covered up! So it has to be Vin then. Because I feel like Vin is the only person who would know, who also doesn't want the shit getting back to Yasmin or to himself, because he was a president of Abraxas, so he likely would have known what was in the Hall of Secrets.
Between Owen, Yasmin, and Abraxas, all roads lead back to Vin. I don't know his motivation, but he must be behind this.
Which means we probably have to talk to Vin. Gross.
Hi. I think I know who will start the fire today. I just hope I'm not too late.
Well, I don't think that's who starts the fire. I still think it's Ren.
Max has a suspect. I have a suspect. It'll be enough to stop the fire. It has to be.
Oof. Oof.
Chloe? Paradox stuff?
You think the two forces clashing will be what causes the fire?
Stuff.
I think it'll be gasoline.
I can't stand this.
It's got to be between one of the two, for sure.
How will we determine a fire didn't start today? Wait until midnight?
And yeah, I guess it could be, but Ren's vendetta against Abraxas specifically, not necessarily Vin.
And you still think it's gonna be Ren?
I don't know. And also, like, spray paint, aerosol cans, makes a real good propellant for a handheld blowtorch. And he had a bag full of spray paint. I don't know. I do think it was
I
Ren.
watched the protesters leave for the school carrying torches. That's not a coincidence.
You know, maybe I've been too fatalistic. Maybe it's not a question of how inevitable the fire is, but how to mitigate the damage using what we know.
Also a good point.
If someone had a telescope and the right vantage point...
Oh my god, Moses, no!
As soon as it broke out.
Oh, yeah?
Since they know the fire might be coming, said someone's...
Moses.
To protect themselves?
Moses.
Someone's now, is it?
Oh my
Where
god.
could we get the best view of campus?
The observatory. I'm not
Moses.
saying it's the safest plan, but we know the risks and can take precautions.
Moses, you fucking idiot!
No more danger than if we stayed here.
For a smart guy, you cannot be this stupid!
That much? That's... so...
Brother!
Core.
Hey, we know there's gonna be a fire at the school. What if we get a good look at it from the school?
We might be close enough to help.
I don't imagine you'd let me go by myself.
Not a fucking chance.
Moses, just shut your pretty mouth. It'll be over in a second. Oh my fucking god. I might be madder than missing the evidence thing now.
We are Lakeport. We will not be silenced.
Okay.
Shake the ivory tower. Let your voices be heard. We will not
Tribe plot needs to happen. She does tell them that they die in the fire, which they know happens at the school, but she didn't specifically say, at least not to the best of my memory,
It's like a zombie
like,
movie.
hey, if you go up to the observatory,
Start shambling around and hope we
then
make
you
it.
die.
Have you seen
They have a
Ren?
pretty good. I mean, it's in the subtext, right?
Here a bit ago.
One would assume that she would be like, yeah, so I was trying to get into the observatory and it was
I
locked,
just got a call
and the
from
shit
security.
caught fire and
Somebody was
exploded.
spotted on Fremont Street a few minutes ago. It was a friendly reminder that the area is off limits. But then, get this, they called back a few minutes later, said not to worry. It was somebody from the administration's office.
So it is Vin.
What is Vin doing there now?
Fuck. Okay. Thanks, Reggie. Now get the hell out of here. It's not safe.
It's absolutely fucking Ren! Or both!
Stop!
Oh, now my rewind powers don't fucking work? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Issue that man the Steppies command!
My turn.
Mods, crush Ren's balls. We did get the bottled it achievement, which, let's go.
She'll be fine. She's got fucking superpowers. Of course she'll be fine. What if she's not? What if there's, I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I sent out a mass email this morning with a copy of
I love the security guard's just like,
if
no!
something goes wrong, hopefully people remember where to go.
Bust some jujitsu on his ass. Happy, have you been teaching the security at Caledon? Clever, clever. If y'all didn't know, Happy Boy is a jujitsu professor. And I do say professor,
If a fire does,
because he's got the belt to prove it.
you're going to look like the prime suspect.
I know. Max has used her powers to help me before. Hopefully it won't come to that.
Yeah.
You see anything?
Happy Boy
Blade of grass, not
is
sure.
happy by choice. Don't ever make him angry.
It's the wrong eyepiece. When I get
You're the
stressed
wrong
out,
eyepiece.
I can become a little scatterbrained, but I really thought I brought that other eyepiece up here, though.
Hey.
Moses.
My brain is always
relax.
Scattered. I'll search around.
Right? Happy to say. True.
Where would an absent-minded Moses
Hey, I've said it before, in all seriousness. Happy Boy, probably one of the deadliest motherfuckers I know. And I'm including myself in that. I don't know karate, but I do know kareze. And I know better than to start a fight with the Happy Boy. That's not one you win. That's not one you win.
Lots of effort to look at some burning balls of gas. No eyepiece. Some sweet wrenches, though.
That said, I do know karate. But I had to make the joke. I don't know it as well as Happy. And I've probably forgotten most of it.
I thought Max and Moses got along because they were both
right? I mean, you're modest. You do know literal karate. Yeah. I like to think that my weight and my demeanor to play crazier than the Dickens is what keeps me out of fights.
Moses is lucky he managed to get dressed this morning.
Because I don't remember most of that. Most of my training, gone. And my body's falling apart quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Stars is a kindred spirit of mine.
I think if I tried to roundhouse kick somebody, I'd probably hurt myself.
Thing was a bitch to set up. But if things go bad, we've got another escape route.
Thank God. Dude, Chloe, if you weren't a lesbian, I would kiss you. The fact that they had the foresight to be like, let's go up to the roof of the observatory, just in case, set up a ladder. Just in case. Do we get to run around?
Back to Moses.
You're not going to let me run around on the roof?
Do you come up here often?
I used to, but after Safi, I prefer the telescope in my office now.
How secure is that ladder? Probably not very, but still more secure than trying to run down a building that's on fire, I'd assume. Plus, doesn't have to be that secure. You just put your hands on either side and you do the thing where you put your feet on the side of the ladder and slide. You do that, the video game thing.
Back to Moses.
The speed descent. You know, like in Dark Souls, where the guy hits his head on every rung on the way down. Like that.
Moses is my first choice for post-apocalypse bunker mate. After Max, of course.
Oh, is this Maya's book? Yep.
As a kid, I was so desperate to leave Arcadia Bay. But then I left it in ruins. Or maybe it left me in ruins.
In that city, the beast rose and stared into me. It became me. I had always been the beast. But that was later. Now, I was trembling, freezing cold on a January morning. I took a step toward the moving truck, glanced back at the people who gathered on the curb, and instantly understood what it felt like to drown. My parents were looking at each other, and Obasan was looking at the ground. An outsider might see this as obstinance, disapproval at my departure, but I knew they'd been crying, and they didn't want me to see.
Feels like no matter what I do...
Shout out to Maya Okada. And we got drugstore makeup.
We make choices, and another part of us dies.
Which I assume... Hang on, let me check my achievements. There we go. Confirmed. So it's not 8 collectibles for Chloe, it's only 7. Because that trophy was get all collectibles for Chloe. Let's go. Got a text from Joyce. What's going on, Chloe? Haven't heard from you in a while. He's still on the road. Things are crazy. I'm with Max. Max, really? How is she? It's complicated. It always was with you too. It's not like that. Like I said, things are crazy right now. I'll be okay. We'll talk soon. Give my love to Max. Aw. Joyce is a good mom. For the most part. She did pick David. So I do question some of her decisions. But she's no longer with David. That's an interesting paradox. Because this takes place 10 years after Life is Strange 1. And we know that David and Joyce don't stay together. Because no matter what ending you choose, David is over at the dark room, the bunker with Mark Jefferson. And so he's not in Arcadia Bay when the storm hits. So he's one of the few survivors. And if you chose to save Chloe, then it's implied that, well, he left after Joyce died and joined the hippie commune that we see him at in Life is Strange 2. Right? Or if you chose to save the town, it's, implied it didn't work out between him and Joyce. They got divorced, and he joins the hippie commune where we meet him in Life is Strange 2. So it does raise the question, now that the timelines are merged, where both Chloe lives and Joyce lives, it's now 10 years after the storm. They don't address David at all. See, that was my thinking. I was like, so I wonder, is she still with David? Have they divorced at this point, as it happened in Life is Strange 2, and Joyce is just still working away at the Two Whales? Makes you think. Isn't it ironic? It's like rain! By the way, none of the things listed in Alanis Morissette's Ironic are good examples of irony. They're examples of unfortunate events and tragedy. Which is ironic, because she's singing about irony, but doesn't ever give an example of irony. There you go. A little too ironic. I'd imagine, since they don't work either way. Yeah, they don't really address it. We're just left to wonder. All right, we got the group text. Oh, we got new journal pages. You actually read the properly? Yeah. I actually really liked that song back in the day. In fact, I burned it on a mix CD when I was like 14 years old. I listened to Ironic on my headphones a lot growing up. That's the only way to say it. Because she says, and isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think. I would hope David is not around unless he is Life is Strange 2 David. See, Life is Strange 2 David wasn't so bad. He still sucks, but not nearly as bad as Life is Strange 1 or Before the Storm. But, I think seeing him in Life is Strange 2 proves he and Joyce were not a good combination. I said this when we did the playthrough of Life is Strange 1, that Joyce made poor decisions because she picked Mr. Right Now thinking him to be Mr. Right, because the poor woman was grieving that her husband died, and so she picked a sad former military man who had way too much PTSD and was not being treated for it, and just replaced her dead husband with the first man that gave her attention. And that is not how you get a marriage to work. And I don't know how you get a marriage to work, but I know ways that you don't. And that's one of them. Anyway, anxiety is a funny thing. Often you spend days or weeks freaking out about something. Boy, ain't that the truth. Only to realize it was really nothing. How many hours did I waste over, what do I say to Max when I see her? Never imagining that I'd be rolling up on her ass. Ayo? In desperate need of a high-speed getaway. Oh. On the other hand, here I am out of the observatory here, where I am at the middle of a literal firestorm, and I feel maybe calm isn't quite the right word. Resigned, maybe? Content? Maybe it's just nice to feel in control of myself while everything I can't control finally works itself out. Sometimes the best way to feel in control is to realize you have no control. I think most people don't understand that about Joyce. It's not necessarily that I understand Joyce. And I'm pretty sure I've said this on stream before, but the reason why Happy was laughing, I've been divorced twice. So I may not know how to make a marriage work, but I know the ways not to. Not saying it was 100% me, because there's two sides of every story. But I certainly had a hand in it. And isn't it ironic that the only thing that both of my ex-wives have in common is me? Not saying I'm innocent, but I'm not 100% guilty. Happy's just fucking eating it up. He's just like, yeah! Listen, I'm aware that I'm part of the problem. As I am much in my life, I admit to being a problem. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and realize God gave me another day on this planet and I'm about to make it everybody's problem. Now, I mean, it's great when you can joke with yourself. No, I know. No, I do look back and joke about it. Hey, you know what came out of 2 divorces? 2 awesome kids. And that's pretty good. Everything in life, chat, write this down. Everything in life happens for a reason, even the bad stuff. And when you're going through the bad stuff, it sucks. And I'm sorry that you have to go through the bad stuff, because it sucks. And I know it doesn't seem like it, even if you're going through the bad stuff right now. I know it doesn't make sense. There doesn't seem like, why should it be happening to me? I try to be a nice person. I try to do good things. Why do shitty things keep happening to me? But the fact of the matter is, you have to realize that in life, everybody goes through tough times. And everybody goes through shitty things. I'm not trying to downplay your experiences by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm just trying to remind you that when it feels like you're drowning, you're on a ship that's sinking, and you're up to your neck in seawater, just remember that there's other people that were sitting on the boat right next to you. And they're probably drowning too. And we get too easily caught up in our day-to-day life, looking at our phones or on the internet or in whatever is going on in our lives, that we forget that maybe the person standing next to you is also drowning. And I know that it sucks right now. But remember, one day the sun rises and you're okay. And you're past all of it. And all those things that you went through, all those turbulent waters, all of those times you felt like any second now, the last gasp of air is going to leave my lungs and it's all going to end. One day you wake up and you realize, you know, maybe it wasn't so bad. If nothing else, you learned from that experience. You learned how to deal with it. You learned how to become stronger because of it. You learned how not to do the things to put yourself in that situation again. Everything happens for a reason, good, bad, or otherwise. Maybe we can't explain it. I'm not trying to get religious or anything or say that, it's all by some creator's plan. No, that's just the way life works. Things happen. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no explanation. Sometimes things just happen. And that's the way life goes. But tomorrow's still going to come, whether you like it or not. And it's best to remember that what you can change is tomorrow. And how you change it is by not repeating today or yesterday. Food for thought. And you can clip that. It probably wouldn't fit in a clip. It's way too long. Anyway, the last page here we have, like my own existence, which is became so slippery it's hard to... I know I am alive. I know something inside of me thinks I am dead, but that part is wrong. It seems to be getting a lot louder lately, nearly drowning out all my other thoughts. It feels strange to say, but there is nowhere I'd rather be than this rooftop with Moses here, Max out there, and a real fire to fight, because at least I can believe in that. I believe in sandwiches. Because the sandwich has never let me down. Ever. Chat, there's two things that all of us experience in life. Three things. Well, four things. There's two certainties, three certainties, and one that's always good out of four. It's pretty decent, right? Heartbreak at sandwiches? No. There's three certainties. We all gotta eat, and we're all gonna die. And no matter what, taxes. The IRS will get their pound of flesh eventually. Cash, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free in this economy. And the fourth thing, sandwiches. Sandwiches are delicious. Yeah, there you go. Tell that to a Somalian. Why would a wine connoisseur know anything about taxes? They're too rich to pay them. You see, the joke there is like a sommelier, which is a wine expert. But Triune System on Twitch and YouTube. Come for the scintillating gameplay and life lessons. Stay for the awful, awful jokes. Because you can't leave. I've locked the doors. Your move, chat. Your move. And if you leave, I'll know. There you go. That's a better one. Come for the games. Stay for the therapy. Hey, I don't charge. I ask people to sub, but I can't make you. You don't have to. Listen, I say it. I forgot to say it today. But any kind of financial support, whether subs, bits, any of that, is always appreciated, but never required. Just the fact that people are here. However they choose to engage with this content, whether by supporting it financially or not, whether hanging out and engaging in chat like the awesome comfy crew, or quietly just lurking and enjoying being entertained. However people engage with this content means the fucking world to me. You, yes you, put down the sandwich and look at me. You mean the fucking world to me. Never forget that. No matter where you go, no matter how far, you will always mean the fucking world to me.
Moses thinks we took enough precautions.
I don't say it enough, but it doesn't mean it's not there, chat. Papa always loved you.
Moses tried to show me how to smother a fire with one of these.
Excuse me, I have a comic book, not a
almost fell
sandwich.
asleep in it.
Fair. Fair. By the way, if y'all didn't know, there is a chat command to find out how much I love you. Exclamation Papa. Oh, you can pick your sandwich back up now. Oh, fuck, I can't pick the sandwich back up.
Now, back to Moses.
Wait, can't pick the sandwich back up. The same now. Though the tomatoes made the bread wet and it's changed compositions. Oh, Happy. Why you gotta bring up wet bread? Come on, man. I'm so sorry for the state of your sandwich. Yo! Elf, I love you 319%. There you go. There you go. Right now. Don't screw it up. Wet bread is the worst. Did y'all know? Hey, fun fact, chat. Did you know? My friends once made me throw up back when I used to drink, just by talking about wet bread in my presence.
Working on my dissertation.
Fun fact.
Loving physics isn't a crime.
Thankfully, I'm pretty distracted in streaming and playing a video game, so I'm not really thinking about it and envisioning it, because, man, it's gross.
For a science nerd with a favorite nebula.
You know what I think it was?
Pretty damn cool.
I think it was the first time we made poor kids bread pudding in my family growing up. Where you just like take bread and rip it up and put like cinnamon sugar and milk on it. And it is
This adventure is making me want to get my own telescope.
It is not good.
Do it.
Thanks.
Kind of nasty, dude. After this scene, you are 5 more away from the end. Gotcha.
I think.
And milk.
Oh shit! Look.
Yeah. The poor man's bread pudding, cinnamon, sugar, bread.
Running time.
Like you
No, I'll do
tear
it.
up white bread, throw it in a bowl, and pour milk on it with cinnamon sugar.
Did we? I think it's over.
Yeah.
It
Mayonnaise.
may be a rich kid sandbox,
Oh.
but this place sure is beautiful. Glad it's still standing.
I'm still standing better than I ever did.
Basically the premise of that manga I wrote.
See, I don't mind mayo on like sandwiches, but that's about it. Maybe in like a salad dressing.
I'm gonna.
Soundtrack?
I'll be right here.
Oh, Moses. Moses, you blow that fucking lantern out right now, or so help me, Max. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I want to see where we're at. Because when we left last time, I think we still had... Because JR just said there's 5 more after this. I think I had it plotted out to do this one. Let me double check. We're not quite over yet. Okay. How many chapters in Life is Strange Reunion? Don't make fun of the way I spell. I'm very sensitive about it. I can't spell right without sounding out the word letter by letter. It's just the way my brain works. Okay. Okay, no, yeah. I did plan out, so we are fast approaching the end of the content for tonight, though, because we're going to do this chapter, Keeping Watch, and then that's where we wrap tonight. It hasn't even been 2 hours yet. These are some short-ass chapters, man. And we even did one of them twice, because I screwed up the thing as Chloe. I know, boo. But it's that, or we're going to be streaming for like 20 minutes on Thursday. And that almost doesn't feel worth all the effort that y'all don't realize. It takes like 30, 40 minutes to get all this set up. Did you know that? You're letting a game dictate how much time you can spend with all of us? No. Because if I continue tonight, then we don't have anything really to do Thursday. And if we don't have anything to do Thursday, then there's no stream and I don't get to hang out with you at all. So I'd rather at least do a couple hours today and a couple hours Thursday and still get to hang out than not get to hang out with anybody with any of y'all on Thursday. Because I don't really have anything else on the schedule or any other kind of one-shots or anything, and we've already told people multiple times over like the last 2 months that our PG doesn't start until Saturday. So yes, I do want to keep playing the game. Yes, I do want to keep hanging out with chat. I do want to keep hanging out with all of you. But if I do that, then we have nothing to do Thursday, and then there's no stream. And I don't really want that. Because I've had enough time off. Chat, I've taken enough time off from you. See, after all the... Alright. How dare you? Happy. How dare you? Harry Potter and the audacity of this wardrobe. You could just play Stellar Blade for a bit on Thursday. Chat, keep him talking. Keep Papa Try on stream. No, that's another easy way. I could just easily get distracted and start yapping. Which we have been doing. No Stellar Blade. No, Mr. Peter not here. No. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Because I have thought about, like, well, do I have something to fill in a pinch? And honestly, I hated doing that. So, okay, hang on. We're right at the start of a checkpoint. Let's go back to some chill beats. Real talk, chat. I don't really say this enough, but I truly feel in my heart that one of the things that you enjoy, that I enjoy doing with you, is being transparent. You did that back in the beginning, back when I used to stream from my bed, when y'all literally would watch me in my bed, right? The reason why we changed to all this in January was because it did kind of mess with my head a little bit. That, like, when you constantly have a camera sitting on your TV pointed at your bed, there's this, like, subconscious thing that happens where, like, when that's where you hang out and watch TV, and then you, like, go to change and you're like, oh, let me go to the other room and change because I don't want chat to see me. and realize, wait, I'm not fucking streaming right now. There's a level of subconscious stuff that happens in your head when you're in the room that constantly has the camera on you, even when you're not live. First off. Secondly, I've said this a little bit, but I want to address some things that maybe we haven't talked about, okay? For the astute viewers who've been around a minute, you'll remember that in the month of March, I had Stellar Blade scheduled. Some of you may have been here live. We streamed it the very first Saturday in March. I streamed for about 5 hours. And at the end of that stream was quite possibly the biggest crash out that I have ever had. It was very real. It was very uncomfortable for viewers, I'm sure, and especially for me. And I always do my best to try and be positive when it comes to the content on this channel. To the point where I've said my toxic trait is very often my positivity. Even when I don't necessarily mesh with the game. I'll make jokes about Life is Strange 2. I'll make jokes about Clair Obscur. They didn't, vibe with me on a specific level, but I don't think they're necessarily bad games, because I think every game is somebody's favorite game, and they're completely valid in making that choice. But there's some that just didn't jam for me. And after many hours of a long day, after many long days, that was actually before Elf and I started working together, where I had been on multiple days in a row at work without a day off, was getting sick, lost my coworker and friend to a new job, and was in the process of hiring a new person. Life was really, really hard for me at the time that the Stellar Blade stream happened. And on top of that, I'll be, again, completely honest and totally transparent. That entire stream, all 5.5 hours of it, up until the 5-hour mark, I had one viewer. Do you know who that one viewer was for that entire stream? Me. It was my chat monitor. Nobody was watching. I was streaming to nobody, absolutely nobody, because I kept that. What y'all can't see how the stream is set up is I have a big monitor right next to the TV right there, where I can see all of the information about my stream, including how many people are watching. And at no point did that number change after 5 hours, until the very end, when a couple of the comfy crew showed up, as I was basically trying to wind down and end the stream. And I was frustrated because I wasn't meshing with the combat system in the game. It wasn't quite meeting the expectations that I thought I had. Maybe I walked myself into a Clair Obscur situation where I set my expectations pretty high for it, and it didn't really meet them. At least not at that point. Now, that said, I do want to make it abundantly clear that I do intend to stream Stellar Blade eventually on the channel. There is no time frame, there is no prediction, but I promise I will get around to it, especially because I did spend like $70 on the complete edition, so yeah, I intend to play it eventually. But I also don't want to rush through it. I want to be able to take my time. I want to be able to take my time and share it with you. And I know it's one of your favorite games, Happy, because you recommended it so highly as a game that you played through 3 times, or are on your 3rd now, or on your 4th even maybe. When I know you don't replay games, I do want to give it an honest shot. And so this is the point where I get the ukulele out and the 1,000-page Google Doc, and say that for anybody that was watching at the end of that Stellar Blade VOD, you'll notice it's not on the channel. It's not on YouTube. It's not on Twitch. It's not because it aged out, because it's only like four weeks old, or would only be 4 weeks old. No, the fact of the matter is I intentionally did not upload it, and in fact intentionally deleted the VOD from my Twitch channel, so it cannot ever be recovered, because I was severely unhappy with my reception, with my actions at the end of it, because I do try to be a positive person. I try to be genuine. I try to speak from the heart wherever possible. But at the end of that, due to a number of reasons in my own personal life, being stress, being sick, dealing with a lot of emotions of losing a close friend to not, life changing. I'm very much a creature of habit, as I'm sure you have all noticed, because I do follow a pretty strict streaming schedule. If you notice, like clockwork, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. on the dot, unless there is some kind of technical difficulty, this stream goes live. Like clockwork. I have skipped meals to make sure that I'm live on time. Because I care about this, because I care about you, because I look forward to spending time with you, because I enjoy doing this with you. Sharing in this journey with you means the fucking world to me. I'm not shitting when I say that. I truly mean it when I say that this means a lot to me. It is why I take it so seriously. It is why over the past few months, the channel's basically made very little money. Most people streaming would go, oh, it didn't make any money, that must mean it's not worth doing. If I never make another cent again doing this, I'll still keep doing it. Now, it's nice having those benefits, especially because all of that money then is gifted right back to the community in subs. But I had to take a break, because what a lot of you don't realize is that for those few hours that I'm live a few times a week, it really is fun for me. Even if it's not a game that I'm really enjoying, I still make it a point to know I said I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it, even if I dislike it, even if it's rough, even if I don't enjoy it. I'm still gonna stick to it. That's why even through the multiple hours of Clair Obscur, trying to cram 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 and a half, 11 hours on stream of that game that was way too large for the time that I had allotted for it, not realizing, not thinking about it, because I wanted to try something new. And I'm old enough and mature enough to admit I made a mistake. If I'm being totally honest, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the things, but, still somewhat newer to streaming. It's hard to imagine that I only started doing this 7.5 months ago. I think this is coming up on the 7th month anniversary, because it was like mid-September was when I started. Still figuring... controller died. Hang on. There we go. Still figuring some stuff out. If I'm being honest. Still don't have everything figured out. I'm 40 years old. I don't have everything in my life figured out, let alone stream. And the changing to the multiple games per month idea is a cool idea on paper. If you don't care about trying to finish the game. If you do things as like I'm going to play the thing. But see, what I wasn't thinking about was I got the inspiration from that idea from full-time streamers. People who are streaming 8 to 9 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. That this is their job. And in that case, yeah, it can make sense. Where if my job 9 hours a day was to play Clair Obscur, yeah, we would have 100%ed that shit in like 2 weeks. Easy. But it's not. I still have a day job. And changing the schedule to be 3 games in a month, once a week, is really tough because not every game is going to fit into 4 5-hour max chunks. Not every game can be beaten in 20 hours. B, it's also really tough when you have a neurodivergence that affects your memory. And I know I don't talk about this a lot on the channel. It's in the tags. But again, I do have a lot of difficulties in my brain. It doesn't mean that I'm disabled. It just means that my brain works different. Many of our brains work different from each other, right? But especially when it comes to memory things, it's really tough playing a game once and then waiting an entire week and playing it again, because as I figured, I'd forget entirely how to play the thing. I'd come back a week later and be like, right, how do you play Indiana Jones? I don't remember any of the controls. Right. Hang on. Or Nier Automata was a perfect example. The number of times y'all watched me get cracked by an enemy because I forgot that the dodge button is not circle, it's R2. Because I'd wait a week in between playing it and forget everything that happened, and I've beaten that game multiple times and still was like, right, where did I leave off? And then would have to remember how to play and all of that, and it's really tough. So that's part of why I realized we need to shift back to a singular game. It doesn't necessarily have to be like Ghost of Yotei, where it's 100% on stream only, right? I'm going to be doing grinding for Final Fantasy off stream. Just so y'all know up front, there will be playtime of those off stream. I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's not going to be the most exciting thing in the world watching me run around in circles to grind up levels. I hate doing it. I hate watching people do it. So I wouldn't want to do it on stream. But it will need to get done if we want to ever beat all the Final Fantasy games. And on top of that, the part that I really don't talk about, and this is the part where it gets... this is the part where it gets really difficult. Watching the channel grow as quickly as it did, starting streaming in September and hitting affiliate by October 1st or October 2nd is insane to me. That in 2 to 3 weeks time hit a milestone that I thought I'd be doing this for years before I hit. And that's all thanks to you. So I do my best to always try to put the best content out there for you. Even if you're not here watching live, even if you're watching on the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, smash the thumbs up button, and ring the bell. Or don't. I'm not a cop. I try to always put out the best content possible. That's why when things like the crash out at the end of Stellar Blade happened, I was like, you know what? I don't want this. I don't want this out in the world. I don't want this being associated with me. I don't want people seeing that and taking it away with them, thinking that that's the kind of thing that they can expect, because it's really not, because that's not the type of person that I am. That's not the type of person that I want to come across as, is someone who gets upset and talks about how depressed they were, that they felt unsupported, that they don't even care about this game, that it was a waste of time, right? And that's the kind of things that were said in that crash out. And part of that is, and here's the part where it gets really hard to admit. You would think 7 months, you haven't been doing this long. There's people in the chat that are streamers. JR, who's been streaming for way longer than that. There's people like Jaquette, who's been streaming for years. Right? But what people don't talk about, and why I'm bringing it up now, is I think not enough people bring up how fun and exciting streaming is, but how very real the burnout can be. And I started feeling it in around December. I started feeling incredibly burned out. And I had only been going for, 10 weeks at that point? I'd only been streaming for 10 weeks. And early December started feeling burnt out. And it just kind of kept rolling forward, right? Between the Cyberpunk stream not going as planned and the game crashing multiple times, and me thinking that we could just pick up where I left off on a save from the pandemic when they had changed everything about the game, and then I'll just pick it up and we'll just do the DLC. And that not going as planned, and then setting myself up with the hype machine of Clair Obscur, and that not going as planned, and then Lost Records was sweet and worked out according to the timeline. And then, swapping for the first time in the channel history, I had to change the schedule, which I don't like change. I'm a creature of habit. But I was like, you know what, Miles Morales, I've played it a few times. It'll be a nice, comfy game for me, something to relax into. And then, 9 to 10 hours of Clair Obscur every week, making me like the game less and less, the more I felt like I was having to grind it and force the game and speed run it. The Christmas stream was awesome after we got all the bugs worked out and got everyone into the lobby. It was great. It was a lot of fun doing the Cosmic Invasion. But behind the scenes, what a lot of you don't see is that this does take a lot of work. And every streamer friend that is in the chat now will agree that what you don't see, this takes a lot more work. You have to be, you got to get lights set up. You got to make sure that everything is good to go. Sometimes I encounter errors in my system, in the machinery. One time I was 45 minutes late to stream because my internet just decided, nah, I don't wanna. We've had streams get cut into parts because the game randomly crashes for no reason. Everything's going fine. Played through that part a number of times and everything works, and one time something happens and the game just goes, nah. And the stream cuts. It's incredibly frustrating. And dealing with all of those feelings at the holidays, it's especially hard when you have a job to do too. Yeah. And I make no buts about it. I'm usually working 45 to 50 hours a week. I manage a business, and I am there for a decent chunk of my day. It has gotten easier now that we have hired more people, and I don't have to do things on weekends. I largely have the weekends off again, and it's great. They're doing great. I told them today I'm making a point. You already are. And that burnout, I thought, would go away, right? I thought, well, maybe it's the holidays, right? Holidays, a lot of people want to spend time with family. My kids don't live with me. My kids live in different states. I basically never get to see them. You peek behind the curtain. One of them I do not get to see, period. Because a pandemic happened, and at that point, the conversation had come up, well, would it be better if my new husband and I adopted him and raise, you know, he already loves him, and we raise him as, like, this is our happy nuclear family. And at that time, in a real mess of a world with a global pandemic and lockdown and no job, I said, yeah. So one of my kids I don't talk to. I don't see. And it sucks. It sucks every day. The other one I don't really get to see or talk to as much because he's getting older. I'm getting older. He goes to school. I work all the time. And he doesn't live in the same city, let alone the same state. And so I don't get to really see or speak to him much. I do more often, you know, usually around holidays, but I don't get to see him much. And then especially December, you're heading into the holidays, and the people that you care about are miles away, and you don't really get to see the people that you care about. Now, fortunately, I do have my brother Billy, who does live in town, and so I wasn't alone on Christmas, right? I got to spend time with my brother and my niece. But weeks of burnout rolled into January, which continued through all the Life is Strange stuff, playing through traumatic event after traumatic event in a video game. That burnout continued, that progressed into February, that progressed all the way through February, and all of the not planning that I was going to beat Stray Gods in a single sitting. And then went, oh, well, maybe I'll just beat the entire game in a single sitting 3 weeks in a row and just do all the different routes and options that you can do in the game. And then, oh, that's only 3 weeks and there's a fourth one. Well, maybe I'll do all of the various paths you can do in the DLC for Stray Gods. And I like that game. But I don't like it enough to play it 4 weeks straight doing the same thing. If I'm being honest. And then having, what was the other one? Spider-Man. Spider-Man was great. It was fine. In fact, it was kind of the reprieve I needed. Indiana Jones, kind of stressful. Because it's a lot bigger game than what would fit in 4 weeks, and we just kind of had it. I was having fun the first stream, and then was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to kick up the pace on this. We're going to have to speed run it. I'm not going to have time to do all the exploring and collect all the things. We're going to have to just stick to doing main story. And so the burnout continued even through February. And the final boiling point where it all came to a head was that Stellar Blade stream. So, in all honesty, in all sincerity, in actuality, the fact of the matter is the last 3 months of my 7-month streaming have been some of the most difficult that I've had. And not saying that I don't enjoy this. I still enjoy every single minute of it. But it's been really hard. It's been very hard. In part because I also fucked up the schedule by thinking I could do multiple games in a month. It don't work like that. So, that's why everything is shifting. That's why for time infinitum from now going forward, as far as I can see, Missive and Readable is going away. Replay is going away. Epic Solo is going away. you will see either Let's Plays of games or our PG. And basically we are streaming one game at a time, and every stream will be that game until we're finished or I decide I'm over it. And then we move on to the next one. And then we play that one until we finish or I'm over it. And continue that way. Because having those, deciding, you know what, no stream Saturday in March was enough time to give me extra time to get my life back on track, to get my head screwed on right, to give me some time for me, to not be constantly working and streaming and working and streaming. And the every week of the Magic podcast in April also did me no favors, because I didn't think about adding an extra day, compounding the amount of work that goes into doing it. And again, this isn't a complaint. I know it sounds like first world problems. I assure you it's not. I want to just make sure that I have a heart-to-heart chat with you. Because you know what? If we're, you know, come to Jesus moment, every streamer you see, to some extent, maybe not fully, but to some extent, every single person that you watch on Twitch or YouTube or any other live stream service, Kick, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, TikTok Live, whatever you watch, every single person that you watch live stream, I'm telling you right now, to at least a little bit of an extent, you are watching a character. You are watching a performance to a little extent. Because every single person is not going to be 100% who they are on stream all the time. You see me do it all the time when I'm running around making a fool out of myself, being silly and goofy and jumping and dancing and making jokes. Yeah, that's a part of who I am, but that's not the person that I am all the time. By and large, it's trying to be entertaining. It's thinking in the moment of saying the weird shit out loud, right? Fake it till you make it. Sometimes the inside thoughts come out because they're funny. Sometimes you continue to just yap away because if you don't, then you start getting locked in your head. And I do that a lot. I'm very much a thinker, chat. But to be perfectly honest, streaming has been therapeutic. Hanging out with all of you has been therapeutic for me. Because it makes me realize, I've already talked a number of times about what streaming did for my mental health and for my love of video games, and giving me my hobby back, giving me my favorite pastime back. And it's because of people like you. But on top of that, I think there's a level of imposter syndrome that every streamer finds, where you're in your head and you're streaming, and all of a sudden that lucid thing comes up in your head, and it's like, hey, you've been really quiet for a second. You should probably say something. Hey, you haven't made any kind of jokes or anything. Hey, if you're not, the viewer count went down. Is it because you're being quiet? Oh, you should probably be more funny. Maybe if you're more animated, people scrolling through the front page or through their feed will stay longer. And this is what streamers go through all the time. Oh no, I know that. No, I know that. Anger very often is real. Which is why I wanted to address the crash out on Stellar Blade 2. Because I was very angry. For those who missed it, JR said, my anger for the Last of Us 2 videos was 100% real and wish it wasn't. I felt really bad. I was like, dude, I wish I could give you a hug. I'm sorry that this is so upsetting. Because we had raided in right as just everything boiled up and I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. No, what I said was, to some extent. It doesn't mean that you don't get a genuine person that you watch on stream. But to some extent, there is a level of performance that happens. That's just how streaming is. That's just how it works. There is some level of the you that you would want to see, right? At least that's the way I've seen it. That's the way I've always known acting to be. It's anytime you adopt that character, anytime, even if you work in any kind of customer service business, then you already know what it is I'm talking about. Because if you've ever had to do any kind of customer service position, there is a level of character that you put on. Even if you're still mostly you, there is a level of character that happens, right? Because, yeah, I'm a grumpy old shit that is an introvert that I could go weeks without speaking if I didn't have a job where I had to talk to people. I'm not kidding. That's the absolute truth. I am a deeply introverted person who very often spends a lot of time in extroverted situations, both in my job and like this. And I don't mind being extroverted because it does give me a chance to be another side of myself, to be that more outgoing person, to be more conversational, to get out of my shell and out of my own head. But anger, as JR brought up there, anger is very often the closest you will get to seeing somebody at their most vulnerable, because it's a basic emotion. It is a human emotion that we all experience, and it exists in the tiny lizard brain at the back of your head that's like, I've had enough, and the character drops. And so, all of that is said, I do want to reassure everybody that I'm not going anywhere. The schedule, you're very quiet off stream? Same. Like I said, if I didn't talk doing this and talk at my job, I wouldn't ever talk. Plus, I already got people up here that there's conversations going on 100% of the time. So there's no need for this to move because this is always going. It never stops. It's never quiet. Not for me. So, all that said, I wanted to address the Stellar Blade thing. I wanted to address the Saturdays off and really give you a peek behind the proverbial curtain, right? Fact of the matter is, for anyone, especially for people who are streamers as well, I want you to understand from the bottom of my heart that I know how tough it can be sometimes. I want you to know that you are seen, that I do feel for you, that I am here for you if you need, that I know how difficult it is. I know how tough it can be sometimes feeling like you're performing for a wall, or that maybe you're not seeing the reactions that you hoped for. Or maybe it's way beyond what you expected and it's overwhelming. If you're someone who's, kind of streams as a hobby, maybe does it here and there when they get the inclination to. Whatever the case may be, in any kind of creative or entertainment position, part of this, 30, 45 minute sidetrack that I've been on is because I want to assure you that you're not alone. That right in that boat next to you, even when it feels like you are drowning, like I just don't have the energy for it today. Like, is it really worth it? Is it worth all of the setup? Yeah. Because you know what? You don't know the impact that you will have. No stone, when thrown into a pond, will ever get to see the ripples that it makes. You have no idea how important you might be to somebody in any moment. For all you know, somebody could be going through the worst time in their life. And you could be the person that makes all the difference. And this is a two-way street, chat. I don't just mean the streamers performing for others, but I also mean the chatters who come in and interact with the streamers. For all you know, you might be the reason why somebody decides that today was worth it. That maybe today was different. For all you know, as my controller dies again, for all you know, today could be the day that you made the biggest ripple in the pond for somebody else. But you as a stone, even while you feel like you're sinking, you will never know the impact that you had. Because no matter how big this world is, no matter how impersonal the internet feels, somebody, somewhere, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not months from now, maybe it already happened, maybe it still continues to happen, somebody looked at you and you were the most important thing that happened to them that day. We all feel burnout. We all feel like we're drowning. Sometimes we are all the ones in the boat next to each other who feel like the water is up to here and it just keeps coming. But I hope that if you take any message away from this, I hope that you know that you are important. That what you think, what you do, does matter to somebody, even if you never see that ripple. I hope you know that even when you think nobody cares, somebody does. And the other thing that I think it's important to finally mention, there's a reason why I brought up my kids. Some of you know I have kids. Some of you, like Happy, probably saw them more recently than I did by going to when they came to visit, and we don't live in the same town. Another thing that drove me to do this that I've never said before is I mentioned my youngest, whom I don't get to see or speak to, and my oldest, whom I don't see or speak to nearly as much as I should have liked. Part of this streaming is not just for my own selfish benefits of getting to hang out and fall in love with video games and spend time with all of you. But in part is also kind of a living diary. That maybe one day those kids who grow up to be adults, who always wondered what their dad was like, will have a video or 100 or a few hundred, because we've already had like 100 VODs to refer to. And it's moments like these when I go off on my long-winded tangents back when I was a bed streamer, or taking moments to appreciate game design, or having these heart-to-heart chats. That sometimes it's to connect, to remind you that I am human on the other side of that screen, but also that if my kids watch this, that I hope they know that the kind of person that I was. That I am. Maybe they watch this years after I'm gone. Maybe I'm still alive and they want to connect. Whatever the case may be. I hope that this becomes a record of the person that I am. Because, you know, in 40 years on this planet, I have faced the very real possibility of my death more times than most ever should. Very real, very scary physical and medical instances where I shouldn't be alive. And the realization that you hit at a certain point is that if I'm not going to get tomorrow, then I want to make sure people know how I feel today. So that's why I do this. So that there's a record. So that years from now, if I don't make it to see sunrise tomorrow, you will all know how much you mean to me. That I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass when I say that however you are here, however you interact with this Chad, means the fucking world to me. That you mean the fucking world to me. I mean it. You are important. I do care about you. I do look forward to the time we get to spend together, and I hope you do too. Now, before I cry, let's finish this last chapter, shall we? Right? Controller, stop it. We're having a moment. Oh, we got messages from Chloe and Safi. I still streamed Last of Us 2, even though I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it, but I wanted to go through all of Last of Us. It's nice to know I'm not the only one crying. No, I was fighting it very hard, especially holding back the tears, as in my head all I was thinking is that you mean the fucking world to me, and to my boys, I want you to know that I love you. And to all of you watching, I love you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for interacting in whatever way you do. Because believe it or not, it actually does matter. It actually does make a difference to somebody. And that's why I do this, because you being here makes a difference to me. And hopefully by me doing this, it can make a difference to somebody else. Which one of these buttons flirts with Chloe? Damn it, there's no flirt button. JR said, I streamed Last of Us 2 even though I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it, but I wanted to go through all of Last of Us for Charlie. Yeah. Sometimes you play games that you don't enjoy because you want to do it for somebody, because it's important to someone. That is very sweet of you, by the way, JR, that you would play through a game that you've already played through, knowing full well that you're like, Last of Us 2, though. Having very strong feelings about it. And to touch back on 45 minutes ago, when that it makes Happy's heart happy knowing that I can joke about my life. Yes, to answer that, Happy, it's because you should never take life too seriously. You'll never make it out alive. Everything happens for a reason. And if you're not laughing, then you might be crying inside. Or he could be angry. Because The Last of Us 2 director knew what he was doing wrong. That was just for JR. Love you, buddy. Happy said, see, you do know how to make a marriage work. Just got to be the right one, not the one you're married. Not that you're married to the comfy crew, but you do whatever it takes. Oh, I know that part, Happy. It's, I'm well aware, but remember, it takes two to tango. And here's the other thing to remember. I'm glad that you're happily married, and Happy Wife is awesome, and Happy Junior and Happy Baby are, I'm sure, dope. I haven't met Happy Baby yet, but I look forward to it. But sometimes marriage isn't for everyone. Listen, I fully admit to the fact that I am a selfish bitch. I know it. I admit it. That's part of the problem that I run into. It's part of why I'm not currently married. It's part of why I'm happily single and continue to hope to be with no intentions of any kind of relationship. Why? Because I'm happy doing me, man. I don't need complications. I don't need to try to make anything else work because you know what? I'm happy. Doing what I am doing, being where I am at, and changing that, only gonna rock that boat. Plus, like Keanu Reeves said, yeah, I'll quote the great Keanu, you have to be able to love yourself, to date yourself, to treat yourself right. Because if you can't do any of that, then you will never be able to truly love anybody else. Keanu knows what he's talking about. I'm not going to argue with Johnny Silverhand. You seen that man? He's crazy. Let's see here. So we got, I'm sorry, Safi, I care about you so much, but right now I need to focus on saving the school. I know you have questions about what I can do, but I have to try, and I will get the truth from your mom. Huh. Is it? That really makes me wonder now if it's possible to make Safi stay. And if it requires having chosen to side with her at the end of Double Exposure or not. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. Ah, we get to see Max's end of her and Chloe's exchange. I do love the subtle colorations of the heart shape enveloping them. See the blue and the pink there in kind of a heart-shaped cloud. Does this game link your gameplay from Double Exposure? No asterisk. So when you first start the game, it presents you with 5 major choices. Did you save Chloe or save Arcadia Bay? Did you romance Chloe or just be her best friend? Did you side with Safi or turn your or deny her request, whatever the other option was? Did you romance Amanda or not? And did you romance Vin or not? And you choose through those 5 at the very beginning of your playthrough. Well, you have the option to select your choices or take whatever the devs pick as what would have been chosen, right? If you don't want to think about those choices. And then they will just pick like the... I don't want to say the word canon, but what they said is like the baseline options, right? But at the very beginning, we did choose our options and we went through and picked that, yes, we chose to save Chloe because it's the right answer. Yes, we chose to romance Chloe because it's also the right answer. No, we didn't side with Safi because she was on that Magneto type shit speech at the end of it, where she's like, we could rule the world. And you're like, I'm just trying to do my job. Like, and take Amanda on a date. I don't need the world. That's bigger than I want to deal with. Which to me was the right answer, at least. And we chose to romance Amanda because it's the only answer. It was weird that one, there wasn't a second option. It was, did you romance Amanda? Yes or yes? It was weird. And did you romance Vin? Which again, only had one option at no. It's weird. I don't know why they put those as options. It's very strange. So, yes, it does link your gameplay in that you pick from the two major choices in Life is Strange 1 that have to do with Chloe, and the three major choices from Double Exposure. But that's basically it. You will get the answer to the Safi question next stream. Okay. So she's not gone. Got it. The Max options, yeah, it's basically all of Max's options that she made in Double Exposure and Life is Strange 1. Oh yeah, you have a randomizer if you don't want to pick. Yeah, because it asks you, hey, do you want to pick your choices? And if you choose no, then it just like, all right, we'll just pull some shit out of the ether, man. Anyway, heart shape behind Chloe and Max says, I had been waiting for the perfect moment to finally kiss Chloe. Boy, howdy had we. Waited an entire stream and got jebaited on a rowboat, which was kind of funny. Turns out any moment that you get to kiss Chloe is the perfect moment. How silly of me. Ha! Gary? But that is very sweet. Aw, my heart. Yeah. I wanted to dance down the end observatory steps, or better yet, them and kiss her again. But she's not safe yet. For a few more hours, I have to focus on the fire. After this, Chloe and I will figure out how to stop her weird visions, talk about what the future holds. We'll untangle everything starting tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time the fire started. I thought there was a chance that it was just the Abraxas party bonfire, which spread the night before and grew out of control the next day. But that would be too simple. Whatever happened last time, we need to assume it's still going to happen unless we can stop it. There's still so much we don't know. Wants to see if any of the protests plotting something violent, and I want to figure out what Owen is up to once and for all. Either he'll be in the admin building and I can see what he knows about the body, or I get to break into the president's office again. Well, we didn't have to break in. Success. And any photos here? No.
Vin?
Well, is this a nice surprise?
Did they set up Vin to be a villain because of how many people were like, Vin is gross and kind of predatory and I dislike this man immensely and he gives me the ick? So the devs for Reunion were like, let's just make him a bad guy. What if he's just a bad guy? Then there's a reason for you to not like him. You didn't like him in Double Exposure? Because he's a bad guy. Yes? Good. Fuck Vin. But not that way. Because that's... It's gross. Plus, Amanda is right there. And in front of my salad?
Figured you'd be in the quad, watching the protests fall apart.
Call me sentimental. I just wanted to see the place again before they turn it.
Yeah, Safi already fucked Vin too, which is why it's a little bit ick that Safi's suddenly like, I don't know whether to hate you or to kiss
Show me
you.
where you put the remains.
Those lips have been on Vin. That ain't gonna happen, Saf. I'm sorry.
Do you have some kind of psychic power to fuck with me?
You had me in the first half.
Show me.
We're just having Vin whip it out right here, dude? Ew!
Hey, he's been shoved behind the wall for decades. I don't think he minds. I didn't have a lot of options. Last night got a little chaotic. Thankfully, he's still here.
Max.
I was just about to be done with it. Max, listen to me. You don't have to.
Hello?
Moses, what would happen if you combined nitric acid with explosives?
Don't do that. That's a terrible idea.
Understood. But theoretically, would it start a fire?
Yes, if it reacted with the explosive agent, it could start a combustion chain. Big boom, scientifically speaking.
Vin, you're fucking moron.
Thank you. I'll call you again soon.
This fire starts because Vin is stupid. What are you
doing?
Confirming a theory. Meanwhile, you...
A game theory! Thanks for watching.
When Owen announced the demolition, I thought Yasmin would be furious, but she was excited.
Most likely Safi's lips were on more than Vin.
She hooked Owen
JR,
up with the
please,
demo company.
in front of my salad.
And then the demolition failed. The inspectors were called in, and the demo crew decided to hide the evidence.
Dumbass.
I'm tired of asking. How do you know all this?
Don't worry about it, Vin.
You just have to work backwards to figure out what causes it.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means you're
I've been
stupid.
looking into this weirdness all weekend, and you've been lying to me at every step because you were so desperate to protect your job.
You're shellfish.
You think this is about me?
Yes. I heard a kitty. Miso? Miso!
She's not even your boss anymore, and she's still manipulating you.
You don't need to remind me what that woman is capable of. Yes, she's used me before, and still I owe her everything. You have no idea what it means to have someone like Yasmin Fayyad believe in you.
Yo, did Vin fuck Yaz?
When she learned the demolition was canceled, the look on her
I think Vin fucked Yasmin.
I didn't know what to think. I pulled her aside.
I think it's more than his boss. I think he was bumping uglies with his
Loretta
boss.
being in danger. But then she just confessed.
I think he was busy thinking about getting under Yasmin to get over her. You know what I'm saying?
The cover-up, she spilled everything, but she was so resigned. Like all the fight had just left her. So I took it on myself.
Why? She said she was ready for the truth to come out.
The truth would destroy the school.
You know, Vin's plan would only have worked because Vin forgot Max has
isn't
powers.
perfect, but that's what makes her a great leader.
Did she tell him about her powers? I don't remember her telling. She told Moses, and she told Safi. She told them about the universe powers. Because she does, well, at least to Amanda, she does talk about the two different timelines and being the one to merge them to save Safi, and that's why Amanda doesn't go out with us anymore. But I didn't remember her telling Vin specifically. But she does, yeah, she does have the thing right. There's a thing where she's like, when I was 18, I had the power to rewind time, and then I had the powers to merge universes to all the cast of characters. That's right. Except we don't explicitly hear her tell Vin that she still has time powers. She said that she had them. Not has, if I remember right. And I probably am not. Listen, I'm just trying to help the writers out, man. Doing my best here.
Vin, I know you. You never do anything unless it benefits you.
Fucking got him.
I care about Caledon.
Mm-hmm.
Yasmin is the only one who can stop Owen from going full Silicon Valley.
Yasmin set Owen to go full Silicon
My whole
Valley.
life is tied to this place. Why should a dead body from 30 years ago blow that all to pieces?
Oh, they did a retcon that everyone forgot?
I'm calling the police. Feel free to be somewhere else when they arrive.
I know you think you're above it all, but life is about making tough choices.
Listen, you just say they got too close to Sin's toxin, yeah?
I have made tough choices.
That their head is all still fuzzy, yeah?
We know what happens when someone goes down this path.
That the fire is the fault of the Al Bhed, yeah?
I'm giving you a do-over, Vin. Don't waste
I love Final Fantasy X, but Wakka's racism is rough still. It's been 25 years.
Hi, I need to report something.
Yeah, let the 30-year-old body be found, please. You got me with the ha 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 ha. You know, I did think about making. Hey, we got second chance. I did think about making an emote for the crazy wide face Wakka from the remaster of just the thick stink face that Wakka gives. I thought about making that one,
Under control. Let's leave right now.
Ooh, slow down.
but I was like, I don't want to give any further acknowledgement to any kind of negativity for Final Fantasy X.
All that matters.
This is the best scene? Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
We can get through anything.
Oh, this is the next scene. Shit, you're right. Alright, we'll get the resolution next time. Cliffhangers, kids. Damn, and I was into it too. I was like, oh shit, we're finally getting Chloe, we're gonna get away from here. And then I totally forgot. But hey, we're just shy of the 3-hour mark. Ah, but I know that's Safi, not Max. Got you just in time. Thank you, JR. But I know that's Safi, not Max. That's not Max. But I know that's Safi, not Max. Maybe. It could be Safi. It could be Safi. Maybe. She is talking about getting out of here. Maybe Safi shows up and is like, Chloe, let's go. As Max. And then she gets Chloe and she's like, I told you, Max. We could just leave. But now you gotta make me bring the green hair girl into it. Could be. We will have to find out in the next video. I know. But it's not a long time. You don't... Thought her hair was blue. So, technically, yes. In the last part, it was. Because, see, we got right here... We have these options for default or classic, And if you put the classic Chloe outfit on, it gives her classic skull shirt and the blue hair she had from Life is Strange 1, just like it gives Max the Jane Doe shirt from Life is Strange 1. I did have it on the classic outfit for the last episode, but I was like, I don't know. I kind of like the new look, so let's go back to the default one. So I changed it back after the last stream so we could go back to their default outfits for tonight. Plus, I did notice one or two maybe minor graphical glitches. Like when we were on the boat and we tried to kiss Chloe on the last stream, I noticed that when we were out on the boat on the water, Chloe's hair and Max's hair both were practically neon glowing. And so I don't know if that was part of the costume selection because it's technically DLC for the deluxe edition, or if that was an all the time thing. So in part, I did switch it back to the default outfits because I was like, you know what? Just in case. I was saying the default, her hair looked blue at least the last scene we saw. Oh, those bugs happen no matter what? Well, I'm glad to know it's not just the costumes. Only 5 scenes left. How will this all end? Very true. Except JR already knows, because he streamed it. Yeah, it's I'll be honest, Elf, it is green in this. It's kind of a bluey green, sort of, but her hair is green. Because she does actually change her hair color to more green in one of the comics, I want to say. Or maybe it was the photo from Life is Strange 2. But she does change her hair color-ish. Yeah, it's not the blue that was fading out. Right. That's what it was. Thank you, JR. Yeah, the Life is Strange 2 photo that's on Max's wall in double exposure, and in this, the photo that she took with Chloe's hair is green. And so she's just kind of, we're led to believe, has kept it green for some time. But also something to look forward for next time, chat. You see this?
After we finished filming Before the Storm, I was pretty confident that Chloe would never be back. I think all of us were like...
We'll watch that next time. Because I don't want to watch it now, because if I do, there could be spoilers, and I don't want that. So, what we'll do next time, because I don't even know how long that video is. I haven't watched it yet. It could be 2 minutes. It could be 30. I have no clue. JR probably knows. But what we'll do next time, so we've got 5 little sections left. We've got 5 chapters left in this book. 5 pages left in the story. We'll go through and we'll do those. And come hell or high water, whatever options we get, that's the decisions, that's the journey that we went on together. And then after we finish the game, then we'll watch the behind the scenes video together. Sound like a plan? It's not long, only random mocap sections? Yeah, but we don't know that. Listen, Lois. A boat is a boat, but a mystery video could be anything. It could even be a video of a boat. Now, I figured it probably wasn't going to be spoiler stuff. But we're still going to watch it next time. Because we already only had... Listen, I went on an hour-long chat with you, and we're still only at 3 hours. As it is, we've got, what, maybe an hour and a half of game for Thursday? So we're probably going to play the last of the game. And then, which all of you just lost, by the way. You just lost the game. I'm sorry I don't make the rules. But you thought about it, therefore you lost it. And then we'll watch the behind the scenes stuff. And then maybe we'll chit-chat a little bit about Life is Strange and what we thought. Because according to Square Enix... this is... why you have forsaken me. Because I said it and I thought about it. And therefore now you all have to think about it. I said the game. Double exposure photo retconned it to Chloe having green and blue hair in it. See, I don't pay that close attention. Also, the TV that I have has like some weird colored stuff in like a strip across like the middle of it. There's some dead pixels. It's not worth fixing. So I haven't noticed fully, but basically the color is kind of washed out in like if this is the screen that I look at, like from here to here, the color gets super washed out. There's no way to fix it that I know of. I've tried messing with it. But at this point, not worth fixing. And I don't want to buy a new TV. So, if maybe, like, they probably did change the photo. I didn't look that closely. But let me snooze those ads, because you know what? We are going to go ahead and wrap up. Once again, just remember, we will be back Thursday. So, it's not long, chat, all right? You got tonight, you sleep tonight, go through tomorrow, you sleep tomorrow night, and then it'll be Life is Strange finale day. But next week, after we finish the game and watch the behind the scenes stuff, we'll probably also talk a little bit about the series and my feelings on the series and my thoughts on the series, because as of yet, from all the marketing and stuff that I have seen, though I've been very careful to avoid spoilers, according to Squeenix, they said this is the last adventure for Max and Chloe. Does it mean it's the last Life is Strange game? Who knows? But it may well be the last one for Max and Chloe. And considering how apparently things didn't go so hot at Deck 9 after this game was released, as I found out. You know me, I look very closely. Remember that, Squeenix. By the way, that was Team Evil saying that. Culpability. In case the Squeenix Gunners... Listen, he's a nice guy. Maybe think twice, Squeenix. Don't cross a guru. I don't look that closely, but that's because I choose not to focus super close on stuff, because there's a high probability I won't remember it. Or if I do remember it, it's because I've played through it a bunch. And I haven't played through Double Exposure a bunch. I played through it the one time on stream. Just like this one. But, yes. As far as we know, this might be the last Life is Strange game ever. We don't know. It could be the last one that Deck 9 ever does. It's certainly the last one that most of the dev team sounds like that worked there will do, because most of them have apparently been relieved of they've been freed of the shackles of oppression of employment. They've been freed from the oppression of stable work. Down with the man, up with humanity. Free thyself from thy mortgages. Listen, I can't, in all honesty, like, sometimes the decisions that publishers make are not human decisions, especially in the gaming industry, but there's not a lot that I can do about it because I don't work for those places, and I don't sit on those boards, and I don't support a lot of decisions that big business makes. I support the decisions that people make, as long as they don't directly affect the well-being and livelihoods of others. And sometimes companies make company decisions and don't think about the lives that it'll affect. And there's not much I can do about that other than say that it really sucks. But, you know, again, everything happens for a reason. And for all we know, those people may have been stifled and had countless opportunities that are coming their way that they would have to miss if they stayed where they were. And maybe now there's nothing but opportunities and possibilities to continue to do great things in the fields that they want to do. We can only hope, but we don't know. The Reunion home screen does say the life or death of Life is Strange. Does it? Visit us at lifeisstrange.com to explore the series and access. Oh, on the home screen of the PS5. Yes, yeah, it does. Yeah. I think they were being a little bit more like hyperbolic in that, like, you know, because everything's on fire and Chloe dies and the school burns to the ground. It's the life or death finale. That seems a little bit more marketing. I don't think Square Enix would be so transparent to be like, listen, motherfucker, you buy this game or we'll never make another one again. Understand? Puts gun to Chloe's head. You fucking buy her to the green hair girl gets it. Right? Who do we think Square Enix is? Safi? See, comedy is like a circle. No, that said, I'm very much looking forward to streaming. Remember, Thursday. We'll be back Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, MST. We will be back for the life or death finale of Life is Strange Reunion. Thank you so very much for watching tonight. I'm sorry if things got a little uncomfy for everyone with the full transparency, but here again, sometimes I like to remind y'all that, like, we're human. You're human. I'm human. We have real people conversations. And, you know, there had been a lot of things that had happened over the past few months that I felt, you know, let's whip back the curtain. Let's let people see what happened. Let's let people see what happens to life, how strange it can be. Oh, thank you, Jaquette. Thank you. That would be pretty funny, though, if they did that. Put a gun to Chloe's head. Yeah. They've been pretty upfront about the fate of the series, which is good on them. I mean, it is. It is good that a company would be like, listen, the last one didn't do as hot as we hoped. This one, if it doesn't do well, we're probably not doing it. We'll probably shelve it for a long time. And to be fair, they kind of do that. You know? Like, Life is Strange 1 came out, and then it was a whole other dev team that made Before the Storm, while the originals were working on Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange 2 didn't perform well, and Square Enix was like, listen, we're not gonna have Don't Nod make another Life is Strange game, so they're out. And they had Deck 9 do the rest of them. And then it was a couple of years, and then we got True Colors, And then it had been a couple more years until double exposure. So, like, you know, I don't think necessarily, and it was many years between Life is Strange 2 and Lost Records for Don't Nod. So, you know, sometimes things happen. Companies take time between games. But, you know, hey, good on Squeenix for being like, listen, we like this series, but we don't like it enough that if it continues to sell poorly, we'll keep making them. What do you think this is? Final Fantasy? I shouldn't make those jokes when I'm about to start playing Final Fantasy, but it's kind of true. Like, yeah, so it was like 3 years in between the last couple of them. Like, that's a decent chunk of time. Between 2 to True Colors and True Colors to Double Exposure. Like, that's a decent chunk of time. But, alright, let's find a raid, shall we? Because I have now snoozed the ads 3 times, and I'm out of snoozes. As Twitch so lovely loves to remind me. So, friends, do me a favor. Don't leave just yet. We love to pass the vibes on to... Whoops. It helps if I type on the right keyboard. You're going to see some messages come up in chat here. Both the raid message and the sub-raid message. If you don't mind. Honestly, to be 100% fair, chat, joining in on a raid actually helps the streamer that you raid into, but also helps you, the viewer, more, because you get extra cozy cred, you get extra channel points by joining in on a raid. Did you know that? That's why raids are kind of helpful. That's why I always try to raid. Why? Because it gives you more cozy cred. Why do I want to give you more cozy cred? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer. Did you know that this Saturday we have a brand new series called Our PG, the RPG series where I play through Final Fantasy games, and you can be members of the party where you get to choose their name, whether it be your name or another one you decide, and their class and their skills and all of that. And did you know you can join the party by subscribing, by giving 500 bits, by gifting a sub, or by just spending channel points, which cost you nothing. Free 99. It's free real estate. And you can join the party. So that's why I always like to have raids, because if anything, yes, it helps the friend that we go raid by paying forward the love and the viewers onto them, which makes Twitch happy with people on the back end. But more so, it helps my comfy crew. And though I like helping out the homies, I like helping out the homies who are here even more. Let's see, who do we got? Who do we got? You know what? Cool Cat CC is streaming right now. We don't get to raid her super often. She's an absolute sweetheart and a real gem of a streamer. She is streaming some Mass Effect 3, doing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So let's go on and say hi to Cat, shall we? Let me get my stream pulled up, and there we go, because I will be joining you on the raid, and that way I can copy the raid message that we're gonna go on. Okay? Okay. Cool. That said, friends, it has been my absolute honor and pleasure. Sorry again if things got too uncomfy and too real for people, but again, I love being human and transparent with you. And sometimes you gotta drop the character to do that, to remind people, hey, we're all in this boat together, right? Just remember, no matter what happens, no matter what comes tomorrow, I love you very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. It has been my absolute honor and pleasure being your entertainment for this evening. If you're watching this on the YouTube, on the VODs, and you're not subscribed to the channel, or if you've been quietly lurking on the Twitch, do me a favor, consider subscribing on YouTube or clicking that follow button. It's totally free and it helps me out tremendously, and it doesn't cost you a dime. And being nice and helping somebody when it costs you nothing feels like there's no downside in that. You know what I'm saying? Until the next time, friends, I've been Triune. You've been amazing. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until the next one.